Homie said I'm twerking right now. I'm not twerking to the Japan Time intro, bro.
I hate Obi.
Why did I look at the chat? Jesus Lord, where's Roger?
I don't
You
know.
went to get water and you started the intro immediately.
There's no way. Fuck all this. I'm the host now. What's good, niggas? It's Japan time. You know what I'm saying?
You're the captain now.
Yeah, it's all me.
What did I just walk into?
Nah, you shut up. You're not a part of this anymore.
What do you mean I'm not part of this anymore?
Anyway,
I'm not the host anymore?
It's your host with the most, Young Shofu, aka Young Trap Catching, aka Young Broke Boy, aka New Year, New Money. And we're here with the New Japan Time. I don't know who this Rogers-based character is, all right? But we got my boy Coast Lord. We're out here coming for Coast. You know what I'm saying? Letting it fly. We out here getting money with McDareth.
Oh, what's up? It's your boy McDareth, aka Bird God, aka Bird Jesus,
Okay.
aka notable win on PCR. Aka I don't know if she does this. I'm gonna stop now. What's good?
Okay. And there's my boy Money Mike. Mike, talk to him, bro.
How's it going, my fellow achievement hunters? Oh, man.
And then, of course, you know we're out there looking for them rabbits with Roger. You know what I'm saying?
Rabbits?
Huh?
Are we having another Lola Bunny discussion? Is that going to happen on this episode? Is this going to be a North Korean
Rubbing
type
for
of-
Roger.
Hey, you know I'm down.
No rubbing for Roger. Please, let's stop this.
Rubbing it
Not on
for
board.
Roger.
I didn't sign up for this. We have a guest with us this week. This is the way you're introducing him to the podcast.
Nah, I'm trying to find a daddy for Spazzy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Oh man. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, talk to him, Spazzy.
So yeah, what up, people? I'm Spazzy, I guess, from Source Gaming. I'm probably like the third or fourth most recognizable person on there. So you know, that's something,
Man, that's an accomplishment, man.
right? Yeah. Hey.
I don't know what the hell to say for Zeph's name.
Hello, my fellow Zephyrs.
No. That shit is banned.
This can't be real.
No, this has to be the beginning of the episode
No,
now. I mean,
bro.
it's done. I'm not redoing it. So if you guys start it again, I'm not going to do it because I think that's perfect. That's a great way to introduce this week because this week is going to be a way calmer episode than usual. We're missing a lot of our regulars. Warchamp isn't here this week. He's got some family thing going on. Ricky, I have no idea where Ricky is. We called him up like before the show multiple times. I don't know where Ricky is. I guess Warchamp actually just joined us.
Yeah.
One time I
Wanking
say I
for
can't
Warchamp.
show up.
I'm
already
One time I can't be here, and this is what you guys do.
Huh? What you talking about?
Well,
This is clean.
Look,
You're right.
I had no choice. I played the intro and Roger wasn't here, so I had to take
I
matters
was
into
getting
my own
flat.
hands.
I told
I
you
heard
before
all of
the
it.
show started.
I
I heard
Unbelievable.
exactly what happened. I still just can't believe it.
I'm just trying to
Oh,
find some
boy.
daughters for Roger, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
What?
God.
He left.
Daughters for Roger? Is that what you just said?
He fucking left.
Daughters?
Yeah, daughters.
G-H-T-E-R-S?
Mm-hmm.
What does that even mean?
Hashtag daughters for Roger.
What? All right. Well,
Whoa, I didn't say how old they were. What the hell? Whoa!
all right.
Daughters could be 40 years old.
Right? Like, what? All
So
I
anyway,
meant...
this week there's a lot of stuff to talk about. We have the Marcus Sellers quote-unquote leak. We have the Labo Man cease and desist. We have the Smash Brothers developments. We've got some Ready Player One talk for people who've seen the movie. We've got a third-party discussion, and we've got viewer questions. Lots of stuff coming up on this week's show. First thing we're going to talk about, because we actually have a guest, we have Spazzy from Source Gaming. Because you are the first member of Source Gaming joining us on the podcast this season, what were your initial thoughts on the Super Smash Bros. For Switch trailer? Was there anything you really liked about it? And do you have any predictions for the game and any characters that you want to see?
My thoughts on it are that we don't know shit about the game. Could be a fucking dating sim. Could be anything. Like, we literally know nothing. So my response was, hey, that Smash Brothers that everybody's been telling me about is out, and the Inklings are in it, and Mario.
We know some stuff. We know it's coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
We do know it's coming to the Switch.
We know Bowser's in there. We saw Bowser's silhouette pretty clearly.
Yeah, I don't know, was there something like 18 kind of semi-identifiable figures?
Yeah,
But
I think they're all identifiable. They're pretty easy to do.
But yeah, you can only talk Smash so much before you get, like, kind of without any actual information, without seeing any like gameplay. I can't say anything. I'm super excited there's a Smash coming, but you know, it's about it.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, I'm glad you brought that up though, because you were talking about gameplay in particular and how we haven't had any gameplay yet, and that leads right into the very first topic of this week, which is that it was confirmed on the latest episode of the Nintendo Power Podcast that we are going to be getting more E3 details in the near future. So we will probably be finding out more about the Invitational, the players during the Invitational, as well as some of the things they're going to be doing on the show floor, whether or not Treehouse Live comes back before E3 actually happens. So normally, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, at the end of April, beginning of May is usually when they announce their E3 plans. So they did it a little early this year, talking about the Invitational and the Splatoon World Championships. But on the topic of gameplay, because you literally just said it, Spazzy, do you think we're going to see a gameplay trailer of Smash Brothers before the Invitational, or do you think we're going to see the debut of the game at the Invitational?
I think we'll see it before.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do like a full blowout, like right before E3. Maybe not like everything, but I think we're gonna get a Smash Direct as part of like a pre-E3 like event direct.
Cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, how can they expect us to like care about the Invitational if we know nothing? You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, no. That's false because it's Smash.
Yeah, because it's Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Sells itself. They don't need any.
If it was like Yoshi's Switch, then I'd say
everybody knows.
Right,
Everybody knows Smash Bros. Everybody knows exactly what's going on. They know it's coming to the Switch. They don't need to do any of that with that particular game. They could literally not advertise the game at all and just put it out one day.
I do think, though, before the Invitational, we'll probably end up getting the name of the game.
Yeah.
Like, whatever the subtitle's going to be.
Super Smash Bros. Kerfuffle.
There you go. And, yeah, probably a couple more characters confirmed. Maybe either in a gameplay trailer or even, like, if we end up getting another CG trailer similar to what we got with Brawl. I think that'd be kind of cool. But, yeah. I also think we'll probably get a Nintendo Direct before E3, like a regular Nintendo Direct. Even if it's not like a Smash Brothers related one, I feel like we might be getting a Pokemon one sometime soon. What were we going to say, Mike?
What do they have to talk about, though?
Well, I mean, quite a bit of stuff. They're going to have more details on Mario Tennis Aces. You're going to have more details on the stuff that's coming out in like early summer.
Well, Bill said that
that's
we're going to know
E3.
stuff, right?
And Bill did say during that Nintendo Power Podcast that there's going to be more E3 plans that are going to be laid out in the near future. And that does seem like something they might just do as a video on the Nintendo YouTube
Didn't he
channel.
say in April specifically?
Did he say April?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
It was in March, and I thought he said next month.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
It was the very like end of March or something like that. And he said next month.
Yeah.
well, cool.
Like another mini direct in May.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get like a Smash focused direct this month at least.
Yeah.
What was the last direct last year before E3? Like, how much was that spaced out?
I want to say May.
It was
I
an
wanna
ARMS
say May.
direct.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I bet you if I just type in Nintendo Directs on Google, list of Nintendo.
There's a Wikipedia page.
There you go. List of Nintendo Directs. Oh yeah, presentations. It says that the one last year was. Oh no, there was a Pokemon Direct right beforehand in June, and there was an ARMS Direct on the 17th. But April 12th was the last big Direct before E3. So I'm guessing maybe if we get another Direct, I don't know.
On
though,
top
if we
of
just
that,
had a big
there's been a direct every April except for I think 2016 or 2017.
Yeah.
It was one of those two.
Yeah, I was thinking a late April direct makes a lot of sense, but
Yeah.
I just don't know if they want to really because we know they have a lot of games in development. I mean, first of all, we know they have to have games in development because we haven't been seeing that much.
Yeah.
But we know there's Pikmin, we know there's Metroid, we know there's Fire Emblem, and we don't know like how much they're wanting to just kind of show us at E3. So,
well, even if it's just a little tease to let us know, hey, there's stuff coming out, and even if it's like even if for Smash, just like 1 or 2 character teases of characters we know will be there, and not like new IPs coming in, I think that'll be good enough to grab some interest.
If you give us a 3-minute trailer of Link and Mario fighting, we could talk about that for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
That's the main thing.
I'm looking right now at the Nintendo Directs from last year, and that ARMS one was in May. I'm thinking maybe like May 17th, May 15th or something, we get a Smash Direct this year. And then maybe the end of April we end up getting, I don't know, either a full-blown Nintendo Direct. I also am firmly on the Pokemon hype train. I feel like Pokemon's gonna get announced really soon.
Yeah, they're their own like beast. They don't really follow Nintendo and what they do.
Right. But the Pokemon Direct last year was literally a week before E3, so they might just wait until June 6th.
Wasn't Oris revealed at E3?
I think it was revealed during the pre-Direct, because there was one before the main E3 Direct 2 years ago as well, or however many years ago that was when Oris came out.
I just don't think you can predict Pokemon Company.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
They're a little weird.
When was the last Direct?
Last Direct was March 8th.
Yeah.
And then the Nindy Showcase was the 20th, but I could hardly call that a Direct.
It wasn't anything. Not even Hollow Knight was there.
Yeah. Anyway, though, on the topic of garbage and on the topic of not being able to predict anything, let's talk about Marcus Sellers for a bit. So there was this quote-unquote leak that came out last week.
Shit.
That was on. Well, hey, it's whatever. I don't care.
I think that was the best segue to ever happen on this whole show.
But there was a quote-unquote leak that came out about a week and a half ago on the Marcus Sellers Twitter. For those of you guys who don't know who that is, he is a
quote-unquote journalist.
Right. Yeah.
So he's an industry insider.
Industry insider, yeah, who said that apparently the next Smash Brothers game are going to see the return of the Ice Climbers, which a lot of us believe. So it was like, okay, a focus on third parties, which is actually one of the main reasons we're going to be talking about third parties this week, and a 2-player co-op adventure mode. Now, I don't know about you guys. I heard that, and even though I don't necessarily believe anything this guy says, I was like, all 3 of those things would be awesome. I'd love to see a co-op adventure mode. Focused on third parties would be really cool. Ice Climbers will probably return, but as we found out just a couple days ago, that source that he had for this leak was actually somebody who was specifically debating him in the DMs and capitalized a J, an E, a B, an A, an I, a T, another E, and a D in his DM message to Marcus Sellers.
I'm pretty sure they also did. They put fake as well. F-A-K.
Yeah, they put fake and then debated.
It's Connor Eats Pants, by the way. If anyone wants to go to the Twitter and look, they're the ones that did it.
What a legend.
Yeah,
well, Connor, he's in our chat actually. Yeah. He just said it was me. So congratulations, Connor, for being the industry insider.
Hold on, I didn't hear the full story.
He DM'd him saying like, "This, I have this from a legit source." Blah 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 blah. But the first letter of each sentence spelled out fake, and then the second message of the first letter of each sentence spelled out debated.
So he leaked something that did the dude tell him not to leak it or something?
Yeah, like he basically said, "Here's a bunch of insider shit. Do what you want with it."
Yeah, but it was all just a bunch of bullshit that he made up.
That's so funny.
Because that Marcus Sellers guy, like he'll say anything, even if it's the most stupid shit. He'll just put it out there saying 100%. I have sources. He has no sources.
Yeah, he kind of got big because he would make these large compiled leaks. He's like, my sources are saying all of this stuff. And at Source Gaming, we noticed like right away. So Push and some other people have been like harassing him for a while about it. That it's literally just other people's leaks that other people have said that he's putting in a one long list and saying that his sources told him. So this man has literally never said anything, and he's got just. But he's like, oh, but I predicted this. I'm like, but dude, you weren't the one who said that. But then, yeah, a whole thing, man.
Because I know Liam went after him for a while.
Yeah,
Dr.
hard.
Cupcake, hard, yeah. And I saw some other people did too. But yeah, it does seem like he just has all this information compiled from everybody else who actually has legitimate sources. and then goes like, "Oh, I know something," and then talks about it. And then when he gets something right, because he, when you're throwing out all this information, that some of it might actually be from a credible source, even if it's not his source, then it makes it seem like, oh, he knows everything.
Here's the tweet if you want to see a shofu.
Yeah, so his exact tweet was, Super Smash Bros. Switch will see the return of Ice Climbers and story mode modeled around 2-player co-op. Third parties will be heavily represented in the newest game in the franchise as well. Yeah. So, anything else you guys want to say about Marcus Sellers before we move on to
delete your Twitter, bro.
Just let him fade away.
All right. Sounds good enough. Well, someone I really hope doesn't fade away is Javid L. Sturrit, who I hope I'm saying his name correctly. This guy has been doing an amazing job. I don't know if you guys have seen his GIFs on Twitter of making, basically making up a moveset for a Labo Man character in Super Smash Brothers. And it was kind of a joke on our first episode that it'd be cool to see a Labo representative. But a lot of people have had the same idea, and a lot of people think it would also be kind of neat to represent, this big new IP for Nintendo that is sort of the Blue Ocean new IP, similar to like Wii Fit and then Wii Fit Trainer and Wii, and all the other, sort of Blue Ocean, more mainstream, weird characters. But on April Fool's, and at the time I actually didn't know if this was an April Fool's joke or not, because the way it was written, it seemed extremely serious, and the way that the letter was actually written out that he printed was also signed, and I looked on LinkedIn the name of the person who signed the paper, and he actually is a real person who works at Nintendo. So kudos to Javid for doing a really awesome April Fool's prank, where basically he tweeted out this thing that he had a cease and desist from Nintendo for infringing upon the use of the intellectual property Labo Man. And it wrote in the, I'm not going to read the whole thing right now, but it says, "It has come to Nintendo's attention that Javid L. Sturrit has been advertising a mock-up animation set featuring the likenesses of trademarks and copyrighted designs of Nintendo's Labo Man character. See Exhibit A. Your actions constitute blatant and egregious infringement of Nintendo's valuable intellectual property. Nintendo demands that you immediately cease and desist from further unauthorized marketing, advertising, and/or distribution of any products containing images, likenesses, and designs of Nintendo's Labo Man character, as we manage audience expectations regarding Labo Man's appearance in Super Smash Bros. Nintendo reserves the right to take whatever remedies are available to it at law and in equity, and shall do whatever best practices in its interest. Nothing in this letter shall be construed as a waiver or relinquishment of any right or remedies available to Nintendo. Sincerely, Nintendo of Japan," and then it says on the bottom, "Adam Chunavila, Marketing Manager of Partnerships at Nintendo." And again, the letter looked really serious, and the way that it was actually written out, and if you've seen this guy's work in terms of his Labo Man designs, I genuinely believe this, because he does an amazing job. And I mean, I could see this being something that Nintendo would be concerned about if they wanted Labo Man to sort of be this weird, bizarre character that nobody sees coming.
Labo Man wasn't even an actual character, though.
No, he's not. He's like a little piece of cardboard that's seen in the Labo trailer.
Yeah,
but I think a lot of people.
My point is that letter and that dude posting that letter would reveal a lot more information than them not doing that would.
Yeah.
Even if you thought it was real, like. They got the grammar wrong in The Legend of Zelda, and that's a wrap.
Did they? Where did
they put a capital O for of.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. They did. You're right.
Also, they wouldn't sign it Nintendo of Japan.
No, yeah, it would probably be signed Adam. It wouldn't say Nintendo of Japan. It would say Adam, whatever the guy's name is. Yeah. But it freaks me out for a bit because I really like this guy's work. I follow him on Twitter, and if you don't,
April Fools, you got to look at everything and say it's nice, bro.
Plus, there is no Nintendo of Japan.
Oh, you're right. NCL. That's right. That's right. Well, dang. Anybody who fell for that, I guess, is kind of stupid.
It was definitely really well thought out. Definitely a good attempt.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, definitely a good attempt. And I'm totally on board for a Labo character in Smash 2. We've talked about this before, but I think that'd be really goofy. And as somebody who mains Game & Watch, that's right up my alley. So.
All right, I guess.
Cool.
That's it.
All right, well, we'll move on.
Can we all take a moment to appreciate the fact that Roger's mic hasn't cut out once?
No, it did
because
cut out
I'm
once.
using my new microphone.
No, I'm sorry,
it
did cut out once.
It
didn't.
Yeah, it cut out once for me.
I didn't.
But you were cutting out all day on Jeff's stream, so
because my mic. That's just totally unrelated. Next topic. Ready Player One, guys.
Yeah. So, did anybody here see Ready Player One yet?
No.
Yes.
Okay. General thoughts to not spoil people. What did you think of it, and did you read the books?
I did read the book.
Okay.
I thought it was actually kind of worse than the book.
right.
And I thought the book was just kind of entertaining, but not like a great book. I would suggest people watch it because it has like 2 or 3 like really kind of great segments, like action beats. But like, you know, if you miss it, you're not really missing much of anything. You're missing like, hey, look, those are the Battletoads. Yay, Battletoads.
Yeah, they do
Battletoads
show
are
up
in
at
it?
one moment. Yeah, they show up at the very beginning of like the big climactic fight.
Dude, yeah, it's somebody I was with says, hey, it's like Funko Pops of the movie. I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. Funko Pops all belong in the trash, so I don't know. I wouldn't call it Funko Pop the movie. I'd say it's a step above Funko Pop the movie.
Okay, yeah.
One step above. I mean, it was fun as somebody who didn't read the book. I knew nothing about it. I went in blind and I liked it. I think there was a lot of stupid kind of cringe Marvel humor that was in there that I hate, like whenever they put it in anything. It's actually really like classic Spielberg humor too, but I just am not a fan of it. There's a character.
You know the Steve Buscemi "How Do You Do, Fellow Kids" clip?
Right.
That's the movie.
Pretty much. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like that in it.
Yeah,
But I mean, it does appeal to the 80s, and they do appeal to Minecraft and Overwatch and a lot of like new IPs as well. But yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, it was like the whole like nostalgia thing. Like I feel like the movie didn't really say anything, but I mean that's fine. It's just like a popcorn action movie. The part where they're inside of another movie is awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
The race at the beginning, you've already seen a lot of it, but it's still pretty dope. And the final battle, like, pushes the references a little bit too much, but you know.
See, that was the only moment where I thought this actually is really cool. There's like one fight in particular when you guys see the movie in that final battle that I was like, oh, as somebody who watched my, you know what I like, so I was like, oh my god, I can't believe those 2 characters showed up.
Yeah,
But,
it's like, oh, I can't believe this character is coming out of this like famous fictional spaceship and helping this other character fight this other character. It's like,
yeah. There's no Luffy in it though, unfortunately. Luffy doesn't show up at any point.
So
I don't know if I'll ever see that movie.
Yeah, you'll never see the movie because
I said I don't know if I'll ever see the movie. I'm not a fan of those kind of things.
Any Smash Brothers characters?
No.
I don't think there was any Nintendo characters. Hey, Sonic.
Okay.
Sonic was in there. Sonic is Smash.
When was Sonic in there? I'm trying to remember.
There was like a minute. I swear it was Sonic.
Pixel already better than.
There was Hello Kitty was in there. I saw Hello Kitty, and I saw Tracer was in there. I'm trying to think of like
people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess Ryu was in there. Yeah, Ryu was in there. That's right. He was in there during like the race segment. The Akira bike was in there. That was kind of neat. Yeah, I don't think there were any Nintendo.
Now we're not like talking about a movie. We're talking about like the references a movie makes.
Right.
I thought Samus was in it.
No.
No, yeah,
So
there's a
was-
whole Wikipedia article that was bullshit.
Yeah, and there was an early quote unquote leak of all the cameos in the movie.
Yeah,
where
I
it said
saw
like
Seto
Shulk was in
Kaiba.
it at one point, and I was like, that sounds amazing, but no, none of that stuff's in the movie. So if you're going to go see it in hopes of seeing some awesome Nintendo references, maybe look elsewhere. Go watch the 1990 Super Mario Brothers movie. You might have a better.
I'm surprised they couldn't get Nintendo because even Wreck-It Ralph had like Bowser in it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think a film adaptation of a semi-popular book is probably harder to get Bowser for than the next mainline franchise for Walt Disney. I think Disney can pretty much get whoever they want. Disney's the Sakurai of the film industry. They can get literally whoever they want.
So yeah, like that's something you notice is that like there you could tell what studios they pulled from. Like they had a bunch of like Warner Brothers characters.
Yep.
Like
yeah,
DC
Batman
characters and stuff. But they never had any like of like the MCU characters. So they worked stuff in where they're like, you know, like Bruce Banner or Peter Parker because you can say shit like that.
Right.
Or I don't think there was any Nintendo characters, but they're definitely like, what do you think I was doing? Practicing Mario Kart?
Oh yeah, they do say that. There is a line about Mario Kart. There are a lot of Microsoft characters though, like Master Chief, Gears of War, Minecraft. Literally all that stuff shows up in the movie. So if
I'm
you're
pretty
a
sure
big Xbox fan, yeah.
For all 5 of you out there.
Do you
Yeah.
mean,
Hey, Mike's one of them. I know Mike's one of them.
Marcus
I'm not seeing that
Phoenix?
movie.
Not Gears of War, Marcus Phoenix.
I don't think.
No, I
think
think
Halo
Halo
was in the movie.
franchises. Yeah.
Any
it's like
rare
different
characters?
franchises. The Battletoads.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and that's it. At least I think there might be some other ones in there, but I didn't.
Yeah,
notice
it's a dense movie. Like you'd have to watch it a lot to pick everything up.
Somebody in the chat said Bayonetta was in it, but I do not remember
I
Bayonetta
doubt
in
it.
the movie at all. Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cameos, so you might have seen something that we didn't see, but I had my eyes open and I didn't see Bayonetta.
I didn't see the movie, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody in the chat, CX3 said, to be fair, wait, what? Lola Bunny is mostly human? I thought they were talking about Lola Bunny as a cameo in Ready Player One. I'm like, I would have been down for that. There was no Lola Bunny cameo, though. Now people are talking about Sans being in it in the chat, so we're going to move on. So the party ball discussion for this week, and actually this is a great topic considering we're just talking about references and third parties and characters that are in that movie. The party ball discussion for this week is third parties in Smash Brothers. This is something a lot of you guys have been asking for us to discuss pretty much since the first episode. We touched on it briefly, but we really wanted to go in depth during this week's episode. So third parties in Smash. Which third parties do we expect to return? Which new third parties do we believe will be represented? And which third parties do we believe deserve to be represented? So there is a difference there. And I guess let's start with which characters do we expect to return and which companies in particular we expect to return.
Are we going in Discord order?
Yeah, we can go in Discord order, yeah.
Okay.
So repeat that because I'm lost.
So
what was the first one?
Which third-party companies that have already been in Smash Brothers or third-party characters do you expect to return for Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo Switch?
I think Pac-Man's a given.
That's it?
Yeah.
Just Pac-Man? That's
Just Pac-Man.
I mean, I thought I can list all of them really, but that's like
I mean, we don't need to go in Discord order for this one. I think it's an open discussion.
Yeah,
we can just go through the other third parties.
I'm saying Capcom. I think Mega Man needs to stay in Smash.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I think there's like a big four, and he's part of it, alongside Mario, Sonic, and Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I feel like if Mega Man comes back though, I'd expect Ryu back too, because Sakurai is a huge Street Fighter fan.
Yeah.
Like that was like his fighting game growing up. He's kind of the de facto Capcom mascot. I know Mega Man is as well, but I mean, you see Ryu in just as much, if not more stuff. Mega Man wasn't in Ready Player One. Ryu was, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, actual Capcom mascot now though is Monster Hunter. When?
Well, yeah, which is when we get to that part of the discussion, I would think that Monster Hunter actually has a decent shot.
I would have said that maybe with Monster Hunter World if it was on Switch, but because it's not, now I'm kind but having a second guess.
Just like how Final Fantasy VII remakes on Switch. I mean,
okay, good point.
Sakurai doesn't give a shit.
Good point. But yeah, I think Ryu does seem like a safe bet. On top of that, too, they've really been pushing Street Fighter as a franchise on this. We had the Street Fighter 2 remake, and then now we're getting like the Anniversary Collection with all those other games in it. So it does seem like Switch is slowly becoming like a classic Street Fighter platform, while the new one is sort of exclusive to PS4 and PC. But I don't know. I think Ryu is pretty iconic. I don't see them taking out Ryu, especially not if they don't take out Mega Man. In fact, I would guess that Ryu. Well, no. I was gonna say I would guess that Ryu has a better chance of coming back, but then I remembered Mega Man 11 is coming out this year.
Yeah.
So maybe
I thought it comes out next year.
I think Ryu's in Smash for like a different reason than being a mascot. It's like Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo is super important for Nintendo.
I believe it's still the best-selling third party on a Nintendo platform.
Yeah, so I think that's like one of the reasons he's there. Is Street Fighter had a heavy influence, I guess. Not influence. I don't know what the word I'm trying to use is.
It's the reason I didn't buy a Genesis.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
It was a big reason to get Nintendo.
Influence is still a word.
He's actually there. He's actually in the game because they were trying to sell more copies of Street Fighter 5, all right?
That's another reason. Rest in peace.
That's the reason.
He's coming back.
He's gonna come back with his Street Fighter 6 design.
Do you think Bayo's coming back?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. And she's gonna have her new costume.
From
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really feel like everyone except for maybe Cloud is how this discussion goes.
Yeah,
For me,
it was
Cloud.
it's Cloud and Corrin for me.
Yeah, I didn't know Corrin was third party, but I mean,
like in general of characters, DLC characters not coming back. It was Cloud and Corrin.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Roy and Lucas are kind of safe for the DLC characters, and I'm kind of off topic because I feel like they're probably going to bring back cut veterans again for the next DLC.
Yeah.
And if they cut them and brought them back again, people would be bitching. They're like, "What you're going to make us pay for Lucas and Roy again?" But if they cut like two other characters and made us pay for them, it wouldn't be like the same thing, you know?
Yeah, I could actually kind of see it where maybe they cut a character that was an original character in the, on the disc of the Wii U game. And then people are like, that's weird that character was left out, and then make that character DLC. As opposed to what you just said, right? We're like, oh, you're going to make us pay for Mewtwo and Roy and Lucas again. Whereas we might see maybe someone like the Wii Fit Trainer get cut, which wouldn't surprise, I think, a lot of people. Because
really
very few people use Wii Fit Trainer. I don't think so either, but I could see them cutting her in the initial round and then being like, oh, we're releasing her as DLC.
Yeah, the thing about Wii Fit Trainer is if you think about her, she's kind of like Rob. She's a hardware mascot.
Yeah.
Because she represents like this really important time in Nintendo history, and the balance board. Like I remember on GAF and on VG Charts forums, we used to follow if the Wii balance board was going to outsell the PS3, because for a long time it looked like it was going to.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's like it was like, even if they never touch any of the fitness stuff again, like that was important, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't. In terms of other third parties that have already been in it, I think Capcom and Namco are probably the two safe. Well, no, Sega too. I think Sonic and Bayonetta are givens.
Yeah, all
So I
of those
guess it
companies
really
have
does come
like, yeah, all those companies have just like such great relationships with Nintendo. So,
But the one company that we didn't talk about yet that has been represented in Smash Brothers in the past, but was not in Smash for Wii U, is Konami. So the question there is basically, do you think Konami is going to come back and have a representative in this game? And if so, who is that character going to be?
Who?
A Konami.
Bomberman.
Yeah, Bomberman.
Yeah, but it depends on whether or not Konami wants to even like go ahead with that, because they've been iffy lately. And
I could see it. Who doesn't want their character to be in Smash?
It's actually going to be Solid Snake. So
I see that's what I want, but I'm not going to say
Yeah,
it
that's
because
not-
Pyramid
if I say it,
Head.
it's not going to happen.
I mean, but if Capcom has two characters,
it
Capcom
could
has
be
Mega
both.
Man and Ryu, Sonic has Sega, and Sega has Bayonetta. They could have
No,
Konami
Sonic has
bring back
Sega.
yeah,
Snake.
but I feel like Konami would want some dumbass deal between like HAL and all that shit that might cause problems. Where they might just find it like, oh, it's not really worth it. Like they're causing too much of a problem with contracts or something.
I mean, Konami is actually pretty easy to deal with because they just like money. You know,
There you go,
it's not, it's not they're like treat our characters with respect. They're all like, yeah, you want Snake, whatever, give us money.
See, I do think the thing with Snake, though, doesn't really come down to Konami. I
Yes.
think it comes down to Sakurai.
Yeah.
Because Sakurai is friends with Kojima.
Yeah.
He knows what they did to him. And I think it would
didn't
kind of be a
even
slap
ask
in the
for
face
Smash
of his
4.
friend. Yeah. So I don't necessarily think that that Snake will come back if Sakurai really has anything to say about it. Bomberman, I think,
Let's
if
do Bomberman.
Konami approaches them, yeah, I would love to see Bomberman come
Simon
back. But
Belmont too while we're at it.
yeah,
Do it.
Belmont would be awesome. I would love to see Simon Belmont. But at the same time, I think, it's also not out of the realm of possibilities for Konami to have two representatives. And in terms of another company that could have two representatives, Square Enix, we talked about Cloud a little bit. I would not be shocked if we end up seeing Noctis. Would not surprise me, and I would actually be okay with it.
You know
That'd be
what?
cool. His
I
moveset
would
would
want
be
to see a
great.
Bravely Default character.
That would be cool.
Do you know
Or
what
it's
Square
Zero.
Enix's third best-selling franchise is? It sold almost double of Kingdom Hearts.
What?
Tomb Raider. Just throwing that out there. That is.
Oh, God.
Lara Croft would never be in Smash.
I could
Bros.
see her getting a trophy, not
No.
even an assist trophy.
Dude, I'm
just
just
a trophy.
saying. Yeah, I'm just saying that if what you judge Smash Brothers characters on are how iconic they are and how important they are to the industry, like she kind of makes sense.
She got a
The
different
only
movie
thing
out
about
every
Tomb
year.
Raider that I would hate is that they would probably put in the new Tomb Raider, and I would want the blocky PS1
Yeah.
goofy
No.
looking triangle boob Tomb Raider. That would actually be funny.
No,
I would be okay with that.
What
but not-
man? What?
Not
No.
modern Tomb Raider. Absolutely not.
Why would they
Yeah.
put the blocky one in?
It'd be funny. That's why.
Okay, look, they didn't put Blocky Cloud in.
That's true. Though that would be a good costume as well if they wanted
No.
to do that.
Get him out of here.
So if
I want
Tomb
them
Raider's
to
getting in,
be-
one's Agent 47.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, right.
You did not just say who's that.
I'm on Google right now.
Oh my god.
Hitman, dude.
Oh
Hitman.
man, I don't play this damn game. I don't give a man.
Man.
What? Oh, bald headed man, cute
Man,
bald head
no
eyes.
longer-
Oh, I'm about to
no
get
longer owned by
him.
Square.
Huh?
Said Hitman's no longer owned by Square anyway. So
Oh, it's not.
Head look like
No,
a
I think-
golf ball. Man,
So the only other thing I'm thinking in terms of Square, because obviously, like, dream would be that they bring in Chrono. I think it would be incredible.
Yeah.
I'd love to
that's-
see that.
Yep.
Well, no, my dream is Gino. But
Gino would also be awesome, right? A lot of people want Gino.
That's
Gino
gonna
was
be
the
it.
only costume who had a splash screen.
yeah,
that's
that's
probably
why I
gonna be
think
it.
he has a chance, man. He
He
was
does.
the only one that ever had a splash screen, and he was the only costume in that DLC. So I swear to, like, at one point, Sakurai was like, "All right, I'll put him in." Then he said, "My arm hurts, I can't do it," and then he didn't.
Actually, I'm seeing some people in the chat. First off, a lot of people saying Sora. We've talked about the previous episode. I don't think that's going to happen,
Yeah, no.
just because of Disney,
Disney.
licensing. Exactly. But
How about Ubisoft?
well, we're not done with Square.
We
yet,
are
'cause there's
not
still
done
some other
with Square.
characters.
We are
Because-
not done, sir.
Oh,
A couple
okay.
people here are talking about the Black Mage, who has actually already been a character in the Mario Hoops series.
Mario
Yeah.
Hoops 3 on
Black,
3.
the Black Mage is also a pretty popular character, a pretty iconic character.
Yeah, he's like a little
Slime-
mascot, sort of.
Yeah, Slime from Dragon Quest, Terra would be
I would-
great.
I think Dragon's Quest is the next one up, like the next logical choice. If they're
Would
not
you
gonna
expect
do it on
a
computer.
human Dragon Quest character or Slime?
Probably. Well, okay, like Chocobo was something people were like talking about, right? But we're like, they're not going to put Chocobo; they're going to put in an actual character. Dragon's Quest doesn't really have that, but like the protagonist for 8 and Erdrick, who like the first 3 games are about, both kind of make sense. And Erdrick's another character that you have, or both of them, they have a male and female option for. So,
Huh. Okay. Okay.
Someone said 2B.
Yeah,
That's
Oh
prime
yeah,
DLC.
2B would actually be great. That would be
Yeah.
amazing DLC if they did that. Yeah. I could actually
Fuck,
see
I
them
want to-
doing
I
that
want
if
to
like
be in now.
if Nier Automata ends up getting ported to Switch at the end of the year, then they say, hey, alongside this, if you download like the Switch version of Nier
Yeah.
Automata, you get 2B as free DLC, or you could buy her separately for however much it was to get DLC in the
She
Wii
could
U.
actually be DLC, like a ballot
Yeah,
character.
there you go. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah.
2B would be awesome.
yeah, that's something
Um,
to think about too. Is that Sakurai said the ballot would be for the next Smash game, so you got to think
What,
about
did he?
like, yeah, on the Japanese site. He straight up said,
Whoa.
Whoa,
He said
whoa.
that?
Yeah, you guys didn't know that?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
No, I didn't know that.
Well, this is why we have Source Gaming people.
Clearly, yeah.
They know
Wait,
everything
so-
Sakurai's ever said.
So we might be seeing a lot of ballot characters this time around, is what you're saying.
yeah.
Bandai
What I'm
Indies
saying
coming
is,
through.
K.
Okay.
Rool has an outside shot somehow, and I don't even.
Where's
know
the
about
hey Source Gaming? I need the source, man. Where's the source at? You know
that.
what I'm saying? I need a
I'll
link.
pull it up for you with translations.
Oh, nice. See,
but
that's
it was-
that's my guy right there. I didn't even know that.
Bro, the
That
whole
means Wolf
chat is
getting
saying
in because I
Goku.
had
Why?
everybody spamming Wolf. All my goons are voting for Wolf, right, guys?
Like, they're all saying Goku right now.
I
I
rub
doubt
my
they
hands
did.
together like Birdman.
Yeah, but like the thing you got to think about is then like, what the hell was popular then? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like
Well,
if everyone and their
Shovel
mom
Knight.
like voted for Shovel Knight, then shit, I don't know.
Yeah, Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight. I mean, I'm trying to think of other things that came out during that generation. I could see Captain Toad being
Yeah.
one of them.
K. Rool was pretty popular in the ballot.
K. Rool. K. Rool would be another one. Inklings were one of those characters, and now they're
Yeah.
already in the game. So there you go.
I think
Uh,
Wolf was actually really popular.
But yeah, Wolf was really popular as well.
Give me the eye
Was it-
patch design if they
It
bring
definitely
them in.
wasn't Bayonetta. I knew somebody was lying.
Well, she's really popular.
Nah, I
Yeah.
don't give
I
a
don't-
damn. She ain't more popular than. There's no way Bayonetta was the top vote. Like, let's be real here.
It was the highest, most like
Let's
realizable.
be real here.
That was
Yes.
the
Out of all characters on planet Earth, there's no way Bayonetta was first. It's
well, no,
impossible.
obviously it was gonna
They
be
said
Steve
they
from
said we about
Minecraft.
to put her game out. Let's go ahead and advertise the shit out of her. All these little 12-year-olds that play Smash are gonna see this character with her clothes coming off when she does Smash attacks. They're all gonna buy her and they're gonna buy her game. That's what happened. There's no way that Bayonetta.
I am
had
seeing-
votes.
I am seeing something in here though that I almost completely forgot about. That actually probably does have a pretty good shot because it's first party, and that is Wonder Red, which is technically a first party IP, even though it was developed by Kamiya. It was a first party IP that was popular during the Wii U era that I'm sure a lot of people voted for. So Wonder Red might be another one that we might see thrown in
Yeah.
there, even though Wonderful 101 obviously hasn't been relevant in years.
I
So
think
who
he might be assist trophy. He might be stuck in assist trophy hell for a little while.
Hmm. I'm seeing some other people's bringing up Hades as well was one because Kid Icarus Uprising came out around that time, right? A couple years
'cause
before.
Yeah, I'm sure the Smash fan base would love it if we got more Kid Icarus characters. I'm
Yeah.
sure that would go over super well.
Well, I think Hades would be fine. I think
Hades
people
would
just
be
don't want
clean.
another Dark
Dude.
Pit or something. People
Hey
want
man, Personally, I'd love Medusa, Viridian, Hades. I'm just saying.
Oh, Medusa would be great too. Viridi's great. I like all those characters. They could put in all those and I'd be happy. Maybe not Phosphora. I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat saying Phosphora. Maybe keep her as a assist trophy. I think that's okay. Or Magnus. Magnus can be a assist trophy too. That's okay. But we were still talking about Square Enix before we wrapped up this whole thing. And one of the characters some people are bringing up, considering they're bringing over a port of the game to Switch, is The World Ends With You. And if they wanted to maybe hype up that series in the near future, maybe throw in Neku in there from The World Ends With You.
I'm not. I'd be okay if he never appeared ever.
It's probably not gonna happen.
I'd rather Isaac at that point. Just have him as the JRPG new boy.
I kind of like Neku though. I mean, Neku's a cool guy.
His headphones are stupid.
A Shibuya level would be pretty amazing.
You hate him because of his headphones?
No, I mostly hate his hair, but his headphones are pretty stupid.
A lot of people are bringing up Sephiroth in the chat too.
Why?
Yeah.
How about Sephiroth comes back as a boss fight in the new subspace emissary?
Ooh, now that would be cool. If there was a Sephiroth boss fight, whether it was subspace or adventure mode, I would actually be okay with.
Do the whole, make him like a secret boss or something. That'd be cool.
I like that. All right, well, I think we've already exhausted.
Oh, Yokai Watch. That's really popular too, isn't it?
Well, that's level 5 though, so we're gonna get to that.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, yeah. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is which new third parties do we believe will be introduced in the next Super Smash Brothers game?
We didn't mention Namco Bandai getting a second character, probably.
And Nightmare confirmed.
Either that or I want Klonoa.
Oh, dude, yeah. Klonoa would be
Klonoa's Namco Bandai?
Yeah.
Yes.
He has Pac-Man on his hat.
Yeah, they were gonna make him the new mascot instead of Pac-Man. Have Pac-Man on his hat.
Then his game sold 10 copies, and here we are.
Yeah.
Well, when talking about Namco Bandai, there's two in particular that I'm thinking of. One just got an amiibo, and that's Solaire from Dark Souls. So I would not be surprised if they throw a Dark Souls rep in there.
Could happen.
I don't see it happening.
Maybe
a Dark Souls stage would be pretty amazing.
Mind. Yeah, it would.
What would it be?
One of the thousands of green, black, and brown locations.
Blighttown probably.
Yeah.
Oh, Sakurai hasn't even played that game with his fucking crumbling hands.
Jesus. It doesn't. It's not. Dark Souls isn't that
Sakurai
hard
has played Dark Souls. We have an article about that
and that's why we have Source Gaming.
Source Gaming coming through with the facts on this episode. Wonderful. Another character, this is going to sound really weird, but this is also a very popular character in Japan. This is a character who already appeared in another Nintendo game and is from one of the best-selling Bandai Namco franchises. And that is, of course, the Taiko Drum Master series. Don-chan, the drum from Taiko Drum Master, has been in Mario Kart in the past.
Oh, yeah.
So it would not be out of the realm of possibilities to throw Don-chan in there. And there is a perfect opportunity for an alternate costume for Don-chan to be the Donkey Kong bongos from the GameCube era. Throwing that out there. Great rhythm game representative. Throw in Don-chan.
If that is a character, people are gonna look at the announce channel and be like, what? They're gonna look around the room and be like, what's this?
I'm kind of sad we didn't get Chorus Kids. That just made me think about it. From that one leak that had like Crom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about Heihachi?
Oh, Heihachi? Yeah. Well, Heihachi was a costume too.
Not only that, Sakurai had actually said he considered Heihachi.
Yeah.
So that's more than a lot of characters have.
That would be kind of cool to have Ryu versus Heihachi.
Yeah.
Because they've never fought in a game.
No. I mean, they have, but it just wasn't a good one.
They've never fought in a good
game. They've never fought in a good game.
I mean, Mega Man and Pac-Man were also in that game.
That was not Mega Man or Pac-Man. That was their,
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was Mega Man in his prime. What do you mean?
Who was the publisher for Cooking Mama?
That was Mega Ham.
Is Cooking Mama Bandai Namco?
I'll check right now. Cooking Mama.
Cooking Mama needs to be in Smash. That'd be kind of clean.
Majesco Entertainment.
Yeah, Majesco.
You said Nintendo?
They're shovelware dev.
Wait, what did you say, Shofu?
I said that he said Cooking Mama's a Nintendo character and she's gonna be in Smash Bros.
Well, I'm looking at the holdings for the rights right now, and Cooking Mama is actually owned, even though it was published by Majesco America, is owned by Taito,
by Nintendo. True.
Well, no, Taito, which is the developer
Nintendo?
behind Space Invaders and Bubble Bobble. And Taito was
Nintendo?
acquisitioned by Square Enix in 2005.
She's a Square
So-
Enix rep.
She
She
could
about
be a
to be
Square
in
Enix
Final
representative.
Fantasy.
What the hell is the word acquisition?
She about to be in Kingdom Hearts.
Actually, I'd be cool with Cookie. That would actually be cool.
Hey, at least a new game on the Switch. I don't need her in Smash, but I need a new.
Some-
Cookie
Trying to
on the
cook with
game.
HD Rumble?
Hell yeah!
That'd
I got a
actually be
feel
kind
when
of cool.
I feel when Bryce
You
about
can
to
flip
boil
the
over.
pan and stuff with the Joy-Cons and shit.
No, don't shake the baby.
Hello?
Nobody
It's
knows what
from-
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No one else probably does.
Oh wait,
That's
that
sad.
baby game?
Yeah, no, it's like babysitting mama or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
You have to have the actual baby and put the Wiimote in its back.
And then you have to shake it. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, on to other third parties. We're gonna. So we've talked a little bit about some of them, but there are some other big third parties that don't have any characters in Smash Brothers yet, beyond the ones we already talked about. We've got Level 5. We haven't touched on them yet. They're a huge partner for Nintendo. We sort of mentioned Konami earlier, which technically doesn't right now, but could eventually in the future, either they'd be returning. And another really big one, which a lot of people don't want to talk about, but it's likely, is Ubisoft. So I guess let's start with either, or Atlas is another one, but Atlas is technically Sega. So we can talk about Atlas in this discussion as well if you want. But
What about
Mhm.
Bethesda?
okay. I mean,
it's there.
yeah,
They're,
it
they're
is
throwing
there.
more support to the Switch than most big third parties.
So in
But
terms of
but who would you
Bethesda,
put in?
yeah,
Like,
who
you
would you
put
want to
in
see?
the
Doom guy.
Dragonborn, Doom guy, like it's such.
That's it.
The-
Just Doom guy.
Like, yeah, like the Doom Marine makes so much sense, except that like he doesn't fit in Smash. You can't like rip and tear and shotgun and like you could put him in with energy weapons and kind of change him, but then he's not really like iconic Doom guy. But it's one of the best-selling first-person shooter franchises out there. It's had several games come out on Nintendo hardware, including exclusives with Doom 64. It carries video game history with it, which is something that Sakurai said he wants. And the character is recognizable and has personality, which is another
Yeah,
thing they look for.
I'd be
So-
cool with it.
It's just, yeah, it's like, what, are you going to have a hell stage? Like, it just doesn't. Yeah, and I guess besides that, like Dovahkiin, Skyrim, but that's like
No.
extreme fucking Avatar syndrome, like as boring as you can get. But
Wasn't
like, I
it
feel,
on Mars. So I'm thinking of Quake.
yeah.
I would genuinely love to hear the Dovahkiin, da 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 da.
His
in
final
Brothers
smash is
would
just
be
gonna
great.
be the goddamn dragon coming down.
Hola.
Hey, D1.
Hey,
What's
all
up,
right. So
D1?
D1 has joined us as well. So D, we are currently talking about third parties in Super
Don't
Smash
call him
Brothers. I'm calling him D right now. He's my
Nah,
buddy. We can
Nah, I need to hear
That's how
that
it's
one
gonna
after
be.
that D.
But what third parties do you expect to see return in Super Smash Brothers? All of them, some of them, what have you? And then also, what new third parties do you want to see make it into the game?
Are we asking me?
Yeah.
Damn, I got put on the spot ASAP. All right. Are you saying companies or just characters
First
straight up?
companies and then characters.
So third party. I'll just get the obvious one out of the way. Gino. Okay, next. Honestly speaking, I loved 2B and Nier Automata. I think it's probably a long shot. It's probably never gonna happen, but it would be really awesome to see her get in the game. I just don't want her to have the overclocking chip that she had in the game because it's very similar to Bayonetta's Witch Time, and we already seen how much we all love Witch Time. Yeah.
Two butts. Let's get it.
2B could happen. I said Cloud never gonna happen, and then now I look stupid.
True.
And to be fair, we did all mention 2B before you came in during the Square Enix portion.
my bad.
So... No, that's good. That just shows that clearly there's a lot of people feeling this way about that character.
Funimation put out a tweet saying that they would like to have Goku in there, so I think
Funimation doesn't even own Goku.
Yeah, they don't own them.
they don't even own Goku, right? That's
No.
that's the funniest thing.
No.
But yeah. Honestly, how's Rare doing? Are they down under?
I mean, they're
fine.
yeah, they're owned by
Microsoft, like,
Microsoft. Is the
yeah.
only thing, but they did say that they were open to having characters in Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Phil Spencer said he'd be cool with Banjo.
So put Banjo in and stop wasting our goddamn time speculating. Anyway, last one then. I'll pick one more. You know what? Drake. Oh well, never mind. That'll never happen. Delete. That's never happening. I'm sorry. It's just like I got put on the spot and I couldn't deal. But,
Hey man, that's totally fine. It's an
by
open
the way,
discussion.
Bring back Snake. I'm done.
I have the article if you guys ever want the link for the translation
Go ahead and
from
drop it in the chat.
ballot.
Man. Go ahead and drop it in the chat.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's the
Take a look.
information received from this vote, henceforth known as submission data, will be used for consideration for this software's fighting characters and for reference for future software.
Whoo boy. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't
Which
know
means
that.
Wolf's guaranteed to be in the next game.
Wait, really?
Yeah. How do people not
Yeah.
know this?
Because it's in Japanese.
Yeah, I couldn't read it.
If it was in English, I would have for sure. I'm telling you right now. Surely known.
You know.
I promise you.
Yeah, I want Gino as my.
Yeah,
my
Gino
most
would
wanted.
actually be really cool.
He's my most
I'm
wanted
sure
for
Gino
sure.
was really high up there on the list too, because a lot of the really popular characters from the fighter ballot turned into costumes. We had characters like Lloyd and K. Rool and Gino and the Inklings. So it wouldn't be a huge. There's a character from Namco we didn't talk about. Is Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia.
I just don't think that game is.
Yeah.
Like, Sakurai was talking about, or well, Spazzy was talking about how Sakurai wants like influential and important characters,
Yeah,
and I don't think anything from Tales is important.
I agree.
can see it though,
He
because
says,
like
he says carries gaming history, so whatever that
Yeah,
Mm.
no, I don't think anime protagonist, the 1 millionth one ever made, is really.
It was good. That game was good for like a solid 2 years, like its relevancy, and then like it's still a good game nonetheless. But I don't see anything related to that game.
Just
happening.
compared to like the likes of the characters we've been mentioning.
Yeah.
Sakurai wants
Yeah.
gaming history and important characters. You fucking Dark Pit and Corrin. Yay!
I can
Hate
still
that.
see Lloyd because like the Tales of creator worked on Smash 4, so it could be like
Yeah.
a thank you, and he expressed that he would like to see one of his characters. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong about that.
Look, okay, expression
But,
or
yeah.
no expression. Everybody wants their character in that game.
Yeah.
I don't know why you guys always say that. This game, I want this game. Duh, like, come on.
Yeah, somebody in the Source Gaming chat was talking about like Undertale characters. He's like, well, I don't know, because the creator of Undertale has been very like hard to work with, and I don't even know if he'd want it. I'm like, that man would shit his pants if Sakurai said he wanted one of
Toby
those
Fox
characters.
definitely. Toby Fox
Yeah.
100% would want Sans in Smash Bros. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Like,
I'm like
he would
who
love
wouldn't
that.
want that? But especially like an indie guy, like,
yeah,
and that's one of your influences is like, you know, Nintendo. Come on, man.
Yeah, I would really love a Zerg Striker Gunvolt in there as well.
That'd
And
be cool.
what would really be awesome is seeing Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club. Nobody else.
There's
About
no
Manga.
way.
What?
No.
Come on, man.
There's literally no
The
way.
developer of that game made a mod for the game Sakurai made. There's no way that game is getting made.
Doki Doki.
I am looking right now just for kicks and giggles. I ended up going on the Smash Bros. Website and I looked at the Mii Fighter costumes that came out after the fighter ballot during that last Smash Direct. And the characters that were turned into costumes were Tails, Knuckles, Takamaru, Gil from Tower of Druga, and Ashley from WarioWare. Now, I remember during the first episode of this season, Mike, you mentioned that Ashley was a character that you really wanted to see and you also thought was very likely.
I didn't really want to see her. I just think she's likely.
I
Oh,
want
so
Ashley.
you
I
chose her?
want
Just-
Ashley.
Roger, do this
Yeah.
exercise. Look at Mii Fighter costumes and cross-reference them with assist trophies, and I think you have characters that Sakurai thinks are important.
Boom.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Actually, I think I was the one that wanted Ashley. I don't think it was Mike.
I
Oh,
wanted
was it?
Ashley.
I think so.
We both co-signed. I remember.
Yeah, and I guess if you cross-reference them, the two that really stand out are Ashley and Takamaru.
Right,
Um,
and what's her face from Animal Crossing?
Isabel.
Oh, Isabel. Yeah,
And you know,
Isabel would
since-
not surprise me at this point, considering how popular that series is
Honestly.
and how big the series is.
I know War Champ would probably be happy to see Knuckles and Lynn, of course, make the cut.
No, Sakurai is gonna be petty and not put them in just because of that.
Sorry, War Champ.
I would really love to see Knuckles, honestly. I think Knuckles
I'd be
would great.
cool with it. I'd be cool to see like if Sonic was changed to classic Sonic.
Nah, keep modern.
As long as we get Mania music, I'm cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
need Force. Wait, I need Force.
Ride the Mania hype train.
Forces is good music, no matter what you think of the game.
What is that?
Hello.
Is that a game that came out?
Oh, that's a game.
Ooh. You know who would make it in? What's the name of that character from Dark Souls? That has
Solaire?
Yeah, he should be in the game.
We brought him
Yeah.
up earlier.
Damn,
That's
I
another
heard.
one. Yeah, Solaire's
Never mind.
likely.
Yeah.
One big third party we haven't talked about yet, though, that has already expressed interest in having their characters in Nintendo games is Level 5. And there's a lot of big Level 5 franchises that are sometimes published in North America by Nintendo. Looking at things like Yokai Watch and Professor Layton. What's the likelihood of those franchises or that company having a representative in Smash?
I'd rather Phoenix Wright.
At one point, Yokai Watch was more popular than Pokemon in Japan.
At one point.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's pretty fucking
Well,
huge.
Yeah, true.
Like, we have to think about, too, that planning documents for this probably started in 2016.
Yeah.
So that might be something in Yokai Watch's favor.
And the fighter ballot as well, considering a lot
Yep.
of people in Japan voted for Jibin. So
All right,
Yeah.
you know what?
Make Jibanyan come out of a Pokeball.
Here's
That'd
here's
actually be
again.
funny.
Here's
Oh,
what
you
I
just
want.
say
Here's
that
what I
one?
want. I want Mark Evans from Inazuma 11.
Is that the soccer game?
Yes, the goalkeeper. If we had a Wii Fit trainer, we could have Mark Evans. Come on, y'all.
Dude, Inazuma 11 is such an underrated.
All right, I want, you know what I'm saying? I want Chitoge from Nisekoi.
Stop.
Okay, relax.
I want Beautiful Joe.
Okay.
I want Falcon from Power Stone. Actually, no, you can't have two Falcons in the game. Oh, you got Falco and Falcon. You know, go and slide
could.
it in
Now
there.
we have two Roys.
Nah, that doesn't count.
But his name is Edward Falcon or just Edward. It works.
I want, you know what? Scratch him. Who's the other dude? Wang Tang. My boy Wang Tang. And I want Travis Touchdown. That's literally it.
That's a clean pick. That's a clean pick.
You know,
well, Travis Touchdown is semi-likely considering
That's what
there's
I'm
a new one
saying.
coming out. Yeah. Travis is actually probably likelier than a lot of other third-party characters.
Yeah.
One
I mean,
that would
part of
be
it, too-
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say part of it too is that Sakurai likes to talk to the original creators, or at least people that have spent time on those characters. So anyone he has a personal relationship with, or that is in Japan and easy to contact, has a better chance.
I just decided for fun to go look up the Mystery Mushroom costumes from Mario Maker. So all the different characters that had costumes in Mario Maker, and some of them that are coming up right now. Some of these aren't third party.
Wasn't
but
the
I figured-
Nisekoi chick in Mario Maker?
She was actually in Mario Maker. I was going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But one that's in here who is also an assist trophy. It'd be kind of goofy if they ended up making him playable. I don't think they will. Dr. Kawashima from Brain Age. He's one of them. We've got, let's see, Bubbles from Clu Clu Land, who could maybe get thrown in there as a retro representative or something. We've got Nabbit from New Super Mario Bros. Wii U. We've got Balloon Fighter from Balloon Fight. Arino Cacho from Game Center CX, which actually I think would be amazing if they ended up putting in Arino from Game Center CX. As if they ended up taking out the Mii's and put him in there as like a realistic fighter, kind of goofy. And some of the other ones that are in here are all like licensed things that would never happen. Things like the Mercedes-Benz GLA and what's her face, Hatsune Miku. So those are probably not going to happen.
Hey, let's get my girl Hatsune in the game.
It's gotta be good Smash.
I'd be oddly okay with it. I don't even care about her.
For the people that really want more evil characters in the game, maybe we should get Eggman for once. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Eggman would be cool. I think the
Literally
only
any
question-
villain, please.
It'd probably also
Eggman-
be trash.
You said Wolf O'Donnell. True.
Would you think
Actually-
Eggman would be in a mech? Do you think he would be in like his
Of
little cart, or do you think he'd be like walking around the stage?
Can you imagine him walking
Has
around?
he ever
Yeah,
been
you
out of
see
his...
it. Sonic Adventure 2.
No,
nice
but in
Chow
Smash
Garden.
Bros. No.
No, the same lanky legs. We run it at you in
This is
Smash. It's
Dr.
fine.
Wily. That'd be kind of cool.
And they can reuse some of Bowser Jr.'s assets, and
But still, there's also like, if they do another single player thing, these kind of characters could end up being bosses. Like Dr.
That is true.
Eggman and Dr. Wily. Hell, even no, Heihachi wouldn't be a boss. Sakurai might die if that happened. He'd be a character.
Silex and like Ridley.
Yeah.
I think Silex might. I don't know. It's Silex. Who cares about Silex? But I think Silex has an outside chance if he's like a focus of Prime 4, which he might be.
Right, based on the ending of Federation Force.
Right, or we could get Federation Force troopers as our new.
That would actually be horrendous. That would be horrendous. I would buy an extra copy of Smash Brothers and I would break if that was the case. Yeah, that's.
When are we going to see Bomberman?
I know that you didn't bring
Bomberman?
up. Oh yeah, man, Bomberman! Come on,
Yeah.
Bomberman makes more sense than anyone.
The
Have you
thing
ever
with Bomberman though is like I feel like the retro Bomberman stuff is better than the like I love the new game, but I think the stuff that I would really like to see in the game would be like the retro songs from stuff like Hero or the 64 game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
the
okay, but
64
Sakurai
Bomberman
does
is
that.
favorite.
Yeah, like with the exception of Cloud, like Sakurai's all about like the fan service for this. Like, oh yeah, of course I'm gonna bring like other songs and other things, and I'm only gonna use Pac-Man if I can use this Pac-Man. Like, I'm sure he would.
It'll probably be the new Bomberman in design though.
Have you
And
ever
we'll
guys,
get the siblings as alts.
I'm
have
cool
you guys
with
ever
that.
seen the melee polls? Like if there was a
Wasn't
Smash 2
Bomberman number 1?
for
for
third
party?
parties, like this is really fun. So the third parties in that were number 1 Chocobo,
Oh right.
number
Was
2
this
Jiraiya.
for Melee?
Yeah, this was pre-melee.
Yeah, wasn't there like James Bond or some shit?
Yo, that'd be
Um,
clean.
Yes, but James Bond was not considered as a Nintendo rep because of Rare.
Oh,
Wow.
like because the top Rare reps were James Bond, Banjo-Kazooie, Diddy Kong, Blast Core Robot, and 006. So
What in the world?
That's like just when the GameCube was released
Yeah.
and stuff.
so the
Yeah.
N64 games were all still hot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just found the poll you're talking about. It's actually kind of crazy. Gooey as a Kirby representative. That's so funny. Gooey came up 17 times on that poll, which is a little bizarre. And we were just talking about new Kirby representatives, I think like 2 episodes ago. And Gooey was added to Star Allies, but I don't know. I'd rather see Marks and Bandanity. But
yeah, it's funny because the votes aren't that much because this was like before Smash was huge and Japan only. So it's like
Right,
Bowser
right.
was number 1 with like 169 votes.
that is
Okay,
crazy
so-
to think that there was once a time where Bowser wasn't in Smash Brothers.
Right? You know what's crazy? We're all talking about characters that are like super popular and such, but it's time for us to shed some light on someone who was actually pretty underappreciated. Somebody who likes to focus a lot on safety. Now, if you remember when you played the Wii, right, there's the guy
I know where
who
you're going.
always tells us to strap on, right? The reckless safety notice man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Homeboy that always tells us to put on our strap. I'm telling you right now, it would be OD if his final Smash were you actually removing the safety strap and just throwing the Wii remote at somebody.
It'd be like Rock Lee dropping the weights.
Reckless safety man unstraps the remote or something and then whips it around.
Yes, dude. The Wii safety man is actually super underappreciated. Because of him, we don't have Wii remotes flying all over the place. And I'm just
I
saying.
definitely still saw some TVs.
So
Yeah,
really,
when the Wii was released, all those TVs were taking a beating.
That
That's
would be a
deep.
super funny alternate costume for Fit Trainer. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that. Make it
Yeah,
all
we
blue.
remove Wii Fit Trainer and have him, dude.
yeah, I know we're not talking about Activision, but it's like
Call of
Worth-
Duty
worth-
Black
worth-
Ops 7.
worth mentioning that Crash Bandicoot is one of the 5 third parties requested on that initial thing.
Mhm.
And he's Crash Bandicoot, man. They love him in Japan.
Yeah,
Which-
and there's the rumors right now of a new Spyro game coming out, a remake of Spyro. And Activision did work with Nintendo to create the first third-party amiibo with the Donkey Kong and Bowser Skylanders. So they do have a good working relationship, and Crash and Spyro would not be entirely out of the question. I do think Crash would be more likely than Spyro, though,
Yeah.
since that's already confirmed
Man,
for
give me
the
Cloud,
Switch.
give me Ryu, give me Snake, give me Lara Croft. I just want a giant middle finger to Sony as a character at this point.
Put in as many. I do think it's funny that when All Stars came out, there was that comic where it was like the scene from The Simpsons when they're all choosing people for their baseball teams, and it's like, it's Nintendo. I'm gonna take Cloud and Snake and Ryu, and then it cuts back to All Stars. It's like, I'm gonna take Raiden, and I'm gonna take who else?
Two versions of that infamous character.
Yeah, right. Cole and
God.
Dark Cole. That is pretty funny. Yeah, and actually, on record, the developers of Platinum, the developers of Metal Gear Rising, mentioned they were upset with Sony because Raiden leaked early, and they were promised like a TGS trailer, and they were really mad when that didn't end up coming to fruition. So, yeah, it is kind of funny that they just ended up with him, and even at the same time, the developers weren't happy with them. So, yeah, the more Sony characters to be thrown into Smash Brothers, the better.
So we just kind of
end up getting Banjo.
Anyone have anything to say about level 5, or are we just kind of over that one?
I mean, I love Leighton.
Leighton or your Jibanyan, I guess.
Yeah.
I can see Leighton more as an assist trophy.
Yeah, I think the only person that would probably vouch for like a Yokai Watch character is that Abdallah guy, because I remember he was pushing Yokai Watch heavy.
I really like Yokai Watch. I'm waiting for the third one if we ever get it.
All right. Okay.
Was it already announced?
It's only out in Japan.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah. And they're getting a new series and a new game alongside it.
Aren't they making like a new, more mature Yokai
Yeah,
Watch
they're making a mature Yokai Watch series and a piece of media to go alongside it, which is a game probably for the Switch.
Oh, well, cool. All right. There you go. We didn't really talk about Atlas yet, and Atlas has worked with Nintendo in the past on multiple occasions. He did Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem. With the Shin Megami Tensei franchise is basically a Nintendo franchise now, with the Persona side of things going to Sony and then the SMT side coming to Nintendo.
Even the 3DS gets Persona Q. It's the spin-off, but it's still a Persona title.
So I mean, Atlas. I'm sure there's characters from that. Jack Frost would be cool. Seeing him in there.
Who the hell's Jack Frost? Just kidding.
I feel like it's easier for them to use a Persona character than one of the demons from SMT. Like even past
it would either be a protagonist from a recent Persona game or Demi-Fiend probably. Because Demi-Fiend, like even if you haven't played SMT, a lot of people have seen Demi-Fiend and know who he is. But then again, there's SMT 4 and 4A, which were on Nintendo consoles. Demi-Fiend was only on the PS2.
I could see like you from Persona 4 being playable, because like even Blaze the Cross Tag is coming to the Switch, and he's in that.
Yeah.
Wait. Demi-Fiend isn't in the ones on DS?
He appears in DLC, but that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit! Oh my god, dude, I'm getting myself hyped up for no reason.
What did you just think of?
No. So while all you guys were talking about third-party characters, I was just looking at stuff for Cloud, stuff for Isaac, and
Get him out of here.
God, dude.
No, listen. So I was looking for like interviews on whether or not there'd be anything like related to Golden Sun coming out, and I found out Camelot worked with Bandai Namco associate Tri-Crescendo. That's the development team that did like Valkyrie Profile and Baten Kaitos and all those games.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they co-developed on Smash 4 with Sakurai, and they co-developed Mario Sports Superstars, which is a joint operation with Camelot. And sometimes when Camelot works on a Mario Sports game, they work on another game on the side, and it might be that this RPG development might be related to Golden Sun 4. I don't know, man.
Just stop.
Well, while you did bring up Baten Kaitos, and that is something that is a monolith franchise. Now, I think the rights for that IP, Namco.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, your mic's breaking up left and right.
My microphone?
Uh-oh.
It was going good all episode. Why is it doing it now?
You're good now.
Okay, that was weird. I was just going to say that with Monolith Soft now being owned by Nintendo, maybe Cosmo game?
Bro,
it's happening again.
Literally every single game somehow traces back to Nintendo and Sakurai.
Yeah. Cosmog is in Xenoblade 2.
Every game ever.
About to get a 2K character. Chris Paul about to be in Smash.
Yeah, I don't
I think,
know.
like the removed assist trophies from Brawl to Smash 4 is still a good chance, which is like Isaac and
Custom
Robo.
Robo.
Custom
Remember,
Robo, yeah.
Sakurai
Custom
bought
Robo
he bought that gun and a robot to study. So maybe.
Cosmos
Maybe
is
we'll
who
get, like,
that's who I would go to if that was the case. That or a custom Robo character. If he was studying anime girl Raifu, you know.
I mean,
Is
it
my
might have
mic
just,
cutting out again? What the heck is going on?
Sort of.
I think everyone was quiet after that that last
Oh, okay.
reference.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Now we're quiet again.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
let's
know.
get
What?
Snowboard Kid as an assist trophy.
Snowboard kid?
Yeah, Snowboard Kids hasn't seen the light of day in a while. I think
Yeah,
they're
with
just
their
dead.
with their big ass noses.
Yeah.
They're just dead. Rest in peace.
I think if you go by the largest Japanese third parties, Tecmo Koei is probably after Konami.
What do they make?
Fire
They-
Emblem Warriors.
Tecmo does
all the
all the
Warriors
Warriors games.
Yeah.
Blue
Yeah.
Boo and Smash.
And also Ninja Gaiden, which like would be a dream character for me, but I don't think Ryubus is happening. I really want
I
any.
think-
Cross has Sakurai ever worked with the Dead or Alive developers? Just some cross.
I don't think so.
Come on.
This is ridiculous.
I don't know how long Sakurai has lived. They're probably something like
You gotta put every single
behind
character.
closed doors. Yeah, Sakurai's gonna put.
Smash
He's
Ballot
gonna
about to
start
have
putting like,
205 characters.
about to be real life people. Shaquille O'Neal's about to be in Smash 6.
He's lying, by the way.
Yeah, I think Raj's mic is just down. So
No, it's back now. It's back now.
Okay.
I wanted to reset to make sure it actually was okay. I don't know what was going on there.
It's still doing it.
Well, now
Hey,
I'm used
hey
to that.
guys, I got a new setup and a new mic. I'm not gonna cut out ever again.
Well, I didn't think so. And then now here we are.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. I'm sorry, people. I've disappointed you once again. It's sad. I know. You've waited for me for a long time to get a better microphone. I have a better microphone, but apparently it's not working. People can't hear what I'm
You
saying.
haven't cut out once during cutting out.
It's terrible. Honestly, it's sad. It's sad the state that things are in right now. I'm the host of the show. I didn't even get to give the opening speech of this week's episode. We're talking about fake leaks and Ready Player One. Like, what is this? What is this show? We're 4 weeks in. Like, what is this? I don't understand. It's just madness. This is we're making up facts on the spot. We need Source Gaming to fact check us because we're all completely... Shofu thinks that Travis Touchdown is a Nintendo character with Cooking Mama. Like, what even is the show anymore? People are talking in the chat about Shaq Fu.
What's
Shaq
happening?
Fu, Katakuri from One Piece, Kojima as Snake in Smash Brothers. Like, I think it's over. I think it's over. I think my life, I think the show, I think everything. It's over. I can't come back from this. I wish I felt better, and I wish I could provide you guys solid quality content, and yet it seems like I'm not good for anything but ASMR content. The second that I actually start talking, my microphone breaks out. It's terrible.
What's
I'm a
so
useless
funny is
host.
this whole time he's been talking and his mic didn't count.
It's a shame, honestly. It's a shame.
And the minute we go back to Smash Talk, it's gonna cut out.
It's sad. It really is. I'm sitting over here thinking about how Krakow from Kirby, great character, could use his lightning ability. His final smash could be turning into double Krakow from
What the
Kirby
fuck?
Star Allies. Kirby Star Allies in stores now. #free game. #free product. Buy it now. $49.99. It's better than Super Mario Odyssey. Mike will agree with me, and so will Zeph. A few other people. I'm having a midlife crisis. I
I'll
apologize.
get
So,
Rapids and Smash.
So, viewer questions?
We didn't
No,
talk
well,
about
we
it.
haven't finished talking about third parties yet.
Okay, then get off
Yeah,
your
well,
goddamn monologue. And
I was
Yeah,
just
what-
sad. I was sad because my microphone was breaking out. But clearly, if things are okay now, we can keep talking. We haven't talked about the big one yet. We've been trying to avoid it. We need to talk about Ubisoft. We need to talk about Rayman and the Rabbids. What are the chances of Rayman and the Rabbids in Smash?
Rayman has a
Rayman's
trophy.
really high, yeah,
I
'cause
think
the trophy-
Rayman has a chance, not the Rabbids.
Rapids assist trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember the poll has something to do with this ballot, and that leak, that fake leak by Artsy Omni happened, and really raised the profile of Rayman. So I'm pretty sure he did decent because of, once again, because of timing.
I'd kind of rather have the Rabbid, to be honest.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Whoa.
I would. I mean, because if we're looking at like Mario and Rabbids battle, there were like all the funny possibilities there for all the costumes. They could have a unique Nintendo themed moveset. I don't know, man. I just like.
Can they have like an Ubisoft themed moveset? Like, can we have them like dressed like Assassin's Creed characters and like Sam
Mhm.
Yeah,
Fisher?
That'd be
they did that in
awesome.
their games.
That would actually be great. They should do that. I mean, Rayman would make sense considering the Rayman franchise is published by Nintendo in Japan.
Yeah.
What was the one that came out on Switch already and on Wii U? Rayman Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was technically a Nintendo published game in Japan. Their relationship with Ubisoft is really strong. Again, clearly because of the stuff with Mario and Rabbids. So who knows? Maybe we'll end up seeing Rayman. But yeah, I kind of like the idea of a Rabbid who references all the other franchises of Ubisoft. Maybe like with Splinter Cell stuff, where he would like drop down off the stage and like rappel off the stage, or yeah, maybe have like an Altair costume, or I don't know. There's a lot of funny things I think they could do with it.
Yeah, I mean they do have more carte blanche. You can do basically anything with it, like
Mark,
Rayman.
are those official?
Yeah,
The
those are
first one is,
official.
I think.
Oh.
All of those are. Yeah, they were characters in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that was on Wii. Yeah.
Yes, which was a Smash Brothers clone. So.
There you go.
Also for Ubisoft, I just like to bring this up all the time because it's a great fact to bring up. So Legend of Zelda has sold like about 83 million copies.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed has sold over 100 million copies.
That's it.
That just makes me sad. That makes me sad for the world.
I'm gonna say that's it.
It's a joke.
Wait, the first one?
No, like combined as a franchise.
Oh.
The only third-party franchise in Smash right now that has sold more than Assassin's Creed is Final Fantasy.
Assassin's
That's
Creed
it.
comes out every year. That's not impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like just a
And the-
shit shoveling
and-
contest.
Yeah, and the quality.
Half the
of
games are
too,
dick
it's like-
anyway.
Yeah,
On
exactly.
top of
Yeah.
that.
Assassin's Creed 2 is like considered the best one, or Origins?
I think
like
Assassin's Creed
Brotherhood
2
was.
is considered the worst one.
No,
Isn't
no,
two the
no,
one
no,
in
no,
Italy?
no, no,
The
no.
one in Italy
no,
was the
no.
good one. Yeah.
all the Ezio games are decent enough. It's it's just
2 was amazing. Anyway,
It's like Unity is the worst one. 2 is
What's that?
fine.
Yeah, Unity is the worst.
Oh yeah,
one.
Black Flag. A lot of people like Black Flag.
Yeah, Black Flag's. a good
Was
one,
it the
too.
pirate one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the ship battles were cool in that. I like that.
I mean, you want to talk about third parties with only one game that has sold more than every other Smash third party.
All right,
Yeah,
let's do it. Go ahead. All right, we were going to have this discussion. So, Steve from Minecraft, likelihood. Let's go.
0.
Here's the deal. Minecraft is a game that is most popular on Nintendo systems in Japan. I believe Nintendo has published 1 or 2 versions of it even. And like it is like very known as a Nintendo thing in Japan. The best-selling version for a long time was the Wii U version, and who the fuck owns a Wii U?
Me.
I'm just saying, like in Japan, like Japan loves Minecraft. Everybody loves Minecraft that's under 12 years old.
It's a
See,
good
here's-
game.
Here's my concern with that, right? Is that that dude from Microsoft said, "Oh yeah, totally. Put a put a Microsoft character in Smash Brothers. That would be great." And then everybody takes his comments and go, "Oh yeah, Banjo. Let's get Banjo in there."
No,
And
like,
then
he
he's
specifically
like-
said
Yeah, he
Banjo.
said Banjo.
Oh, did he?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Well, then if we end up
Yeah.
getting Steve and no Banjo, then people can go burn down his Twitter because that's.
To be fair, he was asked about Banjo. It's not like they asked him if you could have one like Microsoft character in Smash. Somebody's like, "Yo, can we have Banjo?" He's all like, "Sure, I don't give a shit. It's free advertising."
I mean, Minecraft would be fine as a stage. I think that'd be totally okay to have a Minecraft stage.
I
Yo,
mean, I'm not a fan of the concept of Steve, but I'm just saying that he, like, all the boxes he checks them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh,
On the
The
so you can have
Minecraft stage is
alts.
gonna have the worst fighting music. Like if you go to their tournament, everyone's gonna fall asleep. Worse than
I was gonna
Smash
say, on the
Bros.
subject of like indie titles and Banjo Kazooie, I mean, if we can't get Banjo because it's like difficult, then IPs, IP law, etc. Ukulele.
No,
No, please no.
I'd
That's
rather
pretty
they
young.
just kill Banjo and Kazooie for good.
The splash page would literally say "You're silver medal." if they-
That would be.
That would be
Ukulele
good.
because we couldn't get Banjo.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now on the Switch, like the home button on my Switch, and trying to see what other third parties could potentially be in the game that are already on the system and doing well. One of them, Senran Kagura, which will never be in the game, but
Why not? Let's get my
No.
girls in. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go.
we got Senran Kagura. We have Blaster Master, which might make for a cool stage. It's like a Blaster Master stage. Puyo Puyo, which is extremely popular in
Ooh.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arl Nudge is actually, if you look at when Butch Justin did the research to see what people wanted for DLC in Japan, she was way up there. She was one of the top.
Really?
Yeah,
third
she's
parties. Yeah. Let me
she's pretty
find that
popular.
one for you.
And that's Sega. So, I mean, we already talked about Sega coming back
Yeah.
with Bayonetta and with Sonic. I mean, a Puyo Puyo Tetris stage would actually be really cool, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think any Tetris stage would be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
They
it
already
hasn't
have
happened.
music. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's because Tetris is kind of like a licensing nightmare, right? Is they
Probably.
own
Yeah,
the music
Ubisoft
and they
owns it
own
right now,
the.
I'm pretty sure.
Who owns it right now?
Ubisoft.
Tetris?
I believe so.
EA. I thought EA owned it.
Oh God.
Let's see. Who owns Tetris?
I think it's like the Tetris company, but they have licenses with people. I think it's EA. I could be wrong.
It says
think it is
owner
EA.
50% Tetris holding, and then Blue Planet Software, which is, dude, I don't know. I'm not going
I
down
feel
the
like
rabbit
it's
hole.
EA because a lot of the mobile games are EA. Like a lot of the Tetris licensed, or like a lot of the legitimate Tetris games are EA games.
Who is the character from Puyo Puyo that you said a lot of people were interested in?
Here's the 19 most requested characters in Japan.
Let's hear him.
King K. Rool, apparently popular everywhere.
Yeah.
Wolf,
Yep.
Roy. Roy. This is before the DLC.
Sure.
Isaac is not. Well, Isaac is on here actually, but way down. Bandana Waddle Dee.
Woo!
Yeah.
Cool.
Inkling.
Already confirmed.
Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring him back.
Who?
Magalore.
Magalore.
Yeah,
he's
man.
popular. He was cut DLC for Star Allies.
Well, he'll probably still be in Star Allies.
Or
It's
not
probably
cut
just a
DLC,
matter
cut a cut character. Yeah.
Ice Climbers.
Boo.
of- No surprise. No surprise.
Bring him back, man. Bring him back. Come on, man.
Gino.
Yeah.
Banjo Kazooie.
Damn,
Nice.
that quick skip. Come on, man. Could you let it settle in a little bit? Shit.
I'm
Right, everybody else, he
I'm-
paused for a good
Alright.
10 seconds.
Right?
for Gino 100% this time. Let's go.
Definitely sped past Gino. He's like, Gino, don't want to hear D1 talk.
Heard enough Gino, man. All right, so Banjo Kazooie. Paper Mario.
Okay.
All right.
Crystal.
Boo.
Crystal
You said-
still?
you said
Crystal's
Star
still
Wolf?
that
True.
popular?
In 2015, people still love Crystal.
Wolf was already on the list. He mentioned him.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wolf.
Wolf was never
Wolf
No,
was
no,
the
no,
big-
no, 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 no.
Wolf's on there twice?
No, no, no. I don't know who this Crystal character is.
Yeah, she must be an OC.
Yeah, Ashley from WarioWare.
Okay, we brought up Ashley earlier.
Jibian from
Okay, watch.
Yokai Watch. Dixie Kong.
Who?
Then Arl Naja from Puyo Puyo, who's like just like the Puyo Puyo person.
Oh, all right. Well, there you
Then
go.
then Cloud.
Wait. The Puyo Puyo person was over Cloud?
Yeah, man.
What? Where are you getting these results from? What the heck?
You take this up with Push Dustin. He did apparently a bunch of research on this.
What in the world? All right.
That's the character. I mean, you know, kind of little lolly. I can see it. Japanese people, man. Cloud, Isaac,
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Then of course Pichu, rounding up the 20.
Yawn.
Nice.
Yeah, Pichu can stay in the 20th place.
Yeah. Now
So
here's where
He gets Roy treatment.
I still wouldn't want him. Because I still
Yeah,
don't like Roy.
Oh, I'm looking
Um,
right now at that Arl Naja character from Puyo Puyo. She actually would be really good. She would actually be
Yes.
good. Design-wise, she would be cool. Yeah.
it's funny because like it's basically like how Nintendo has Lip for Penal de Pon, but that's just
Right.
not as big a series.
Well, that would be
Um,
kind of cool if they put her and Lip in there, and then
Yeah.
they had like a puzzle fighter kind of thing. That'd be kind of neat. Have one of the event mode matches be like the girl from Puyo Puyo with Lip and with Yoshi for Yoshi's Cookie, and then maybe toss in Ryu for for the Street Fighter puzzle game, and have the four of them fighting on like a Tetris stage. There you go. There's an event mode map right there.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it actually. Like I said, it's an important series and she's cool enough. It's just not big at all in the West.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's actually top 50 here, but I don't feel like reading them all out. So-
What are some of the? Okay, yeah. Don't read them all out, but give us some of the third-party highlights on there if we haven't brought up any.
All right, let's go down. Let's see. I'll start at number 21, which by the way is Ridley. But
Too big. Next.
ooh, Shadow the Hedgehog at 24.
Give him a gun.
31 is Sora.
Sora.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, man.
Yuck.
We got Mega Man Zero on here.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's actually a pretty cool idea.
Yeah. 33 is Klonoa, who we brought up.
Let's go.
Yes.
35 is Ryu, who's in the game now.
Yeah.
36 is Goemon from Mystical Ninja.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like this is something that I always bring up. I'm big on Konami reps because like I love Konami IPs, even though the company has sucked for so many years. And the West is all about in Smash Simon Belmont, and Japan's all about Goemon, and they're both cool, but like the popularity is so like split that it's like if one of those characters was really big in both, it would probably be better.
For some reason, I feel like Sakurai would just go with Goemon.
Goemon would be awesome though. I love
Yeah,
the
he would
Mystical
be.
Ninja games. Yeah,
Not
he'd
saying
be
it was a
really
bad thing. My bad. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it. Yeah, I'm just saying it'd be a
Not-
cool choice.
Not third party, but number 40 is Dunband from Xenoblade. Just want to point that out.
It'd be so hard to hit.
Yeah, man, too much agility. Then
Exactly.
Monster
You're
Hunter, Bomberman, Beautiful Joe, and that's it for
Beautiful
the third
Joe
party.
would be nice.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
Beautiful Joe.
saying.
Capcom has a lot of characters that would fit.
Honestly, they could throw Amaterasu in there too. They're bringing Okami to.
I'd be fine with Arthur from Ghosts and Ghouls just because it's like a
That'd be
classic.
great
rep.
too. Yeah,
he's cool.
yeah. Arthur'd be great.
You say that now until that boy is throwing spears and running.
Yeah, he's gonna be throwing swords
Yeah,
from halfway across the
That
stage.
means he should die in like 2 hits, like in this game.
They never bring over the weaknesses, only the strengths.
Why is Ganon so bad in every game then?
As for Monster Hunter, one thing I could, because isn't Monster Hunter in the new Marvel game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I could maybe see them doing if they're going to throw a Monster Hunter rep in is maybe do the feline.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
have
maybe
maybe the
another character-
feline like summon monsters, because the story series is still on Nintendo platforms exclusive.
Yeah.
And there will probably end up being more Monster Hunter games, like portable version basically will probably come to Switch now, with like the mainline games going to PS4 and the other home consoles. But I think yeah, feline would be a really cool representation of that series. And then, like I said, the cat could maybe summon the monsters like the stories games, or be dressed up as Cha-Cha for one of the alternate costumes. They
Oh,
could do a whole
please
bunch
no.
of cool-
Okay, I was with you till you mentioned the Cha-Cha. No.
Oh, what's wrong with Cha-Cha?
That
What's wrong?
character needs to stay dead and try.
Why?
What's wrong?
What's wrong with
man,
Cha-Cha,
I
man?
hated them so. I played Portable the Third. I had to hack my PSP to play it. Started playing with the cats to play with you. It's so great. Go back to Cha-Cha. No, let that character stay dead.
I just want Monster Hunter music in Smash, man. I need
I
it.
want that too, but like
Oh,
Cha-Cha,
it'd be
no.
so good.
That's another reason that Castlevania is probably my #1 most wanted, just because of the music and the stage, man.
Oh yeah, if we had a Symphony of the Night stage with like a playable Simon Belmont or Dracula, it would be incredible.
Yeah. I'd play the shit out of a Castlevania character.
Dude, yes. I think I could
I'd
kind of see the trailer now, sort of similar like the Inkling thing. I could see it where it's a super realistic, almost like gorgeous CG Dark Souls-esque trailer, and it looks like it's a new Castlevania game at first, and you see Simon Belmont whipping against these bats or whatever, and then he looks up at the moon, and you see the Smash logo start to appear, and you're like, oh my god! And then
I kind
you
of
end up
hope
seeing
that's
it for
not
the first time.
the whole thing now. Like for every, I hope for every trailer, the Smash logo isn't the thing.
Yeah, how do we think these are gonna work?
Yeah,
the characters
because
gonna
they
get
all had a
revealed?
theme before.
Dude, yeah, we don't have a lot of time for them to show us
Yeah.
newcomers. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't know if they're just gonna like drop a whole bunch on us at once or what.
I'll never stop saying it. Give us a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 opening, but with Nintendo characters.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd
please.
love to see something like that.
Yeah, I'm expecting. I mean, at least 12 newcomers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's sizable. And especially if they keep adding DLC. I could see 12 on like with the game coming out and then more characters being added throughout the Switch's
And
lifespan.
Yeah, this game is
Rocker.
coming out very early in the Switch's life, and they want the Switch to last forever. Like,
Yeah, one thing I don't think people are really taking into account is that this is the first Smash game since '64 that has had a development cycle that's not being really hampered by anything, because Melee was made in 13 months.
Right.
Brawl had Subspace Emissary, which Sakurai has said was like developing 2 games at once, and is why that took almost 3 years to come out.
Jeez.
And Smash for Wii U and 3DS, like you don't really think about it, but they created two completely different games because
Yeah.
the architecture was completely different on both systems. They had to create different models, and it was also Sakurai's first time working in HD, which was like a big detriment.
Yeah.
This game will have probably about 2 years of development, and if he has a sizable like team, you could and if this was built off of Smash 4, I'm not saying a port, but if this is like, let's say like 60% Smash 4, like if they're just kind of porting it over and then this could be filled with like a lot of content, and I don't expect too many cuts, to be honest, except for maybe licensing, unless they're completely redoing veterans. Like if like Breath of the Wild Link is like Breath of the Wild Link, you know, if Samus is like Metroid Prime 4 Samus, but if it's staying the same, then yeah, I mean 12 would be would be fine before DLC. I could see us like approaching 70 characters, to be honest, but it depends on like I'm sorry, we don't know anything about this game.
No, but it's a good discussion topic still, because we talked about this last week of the ARMS interview that Ibuki just had, where he like had a furrowed brow and he said, "Oh, I think it's too early to think about ARMS character." And then thinking about what you were just talking about with the fighter ballot, is that maybe I don't know. I feel like maybe he was just fronting for the interview, but I don't know. Maybe the Springman, Ribbon Girl, ARMS rep, whatever is DLC and isn't actually there day one, and they put the fighter ballot characters in. I actually think now that I heard that interview and now that I've been thinking about it more, I would actually even say that maybe Rex and Pyra have a better shot of being there on disc day one, more even than an ARMS character, because they would be representing another franchise. Even though it's a newer game, they'd be representing a franchise that's already in Smash Brothers.
Man, I am with you. Nantenjix from Source Gaming, we have like, not really arguments, but he's like, man, because of when development started, he's all like, I wouldn't doubt if we saw Elma in there and that we'd see Rex and Pyra's DLC. I'm all like, man, I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there was a tweet, I forgot which of you guys put it out the other day, but there was the poll of characters that your fan base wanted, and then also characters they expected, and the only character at the top of both of those who was a first-party character was Rex and Pyra. So it's like, it seems like universally everybody really does expect them in a way that I definitely didn't expect before Xenoblade 2 came out. But I think that game took off in a way that even Nintendo didn't expect. It's selling really well now. Sakurai's even mentioned how much he loves it and how much time he spent with it. So I don't know. I really do expect to see that.
Hey, Roger, question.
Yeah.
What were the highlights of the interview with? Because a lot of this stuff you guys were mentioning, I didn't get a chance to like check out the interview with Ibuki.
So the Ibuki thing we mentioned last week was basically the interviewer on Polygon asked him a question about characters from ARMS and Smash Brothers. And his response was, and the interviewer wrote down that he basically had like a puzzled look on his face. And then said, I think it's too early to be talking about ARMS characters in Smash Brothers. We want to work on, we want to continue working on ARMS, but then maybe at some point in the future, we might consider it. But basically,
it's some misinformation.
Yeah, that's not exactly what he said.
Well, what was the exact quote? Let's pull it up. Yeah.
No. He said, first of all, he rubbed his forehead aggressively, not with a puzzled look.
Oh, okay. Rubbed his forehead. Okay, good.
He rubbed his forehead like, damn, okay, they already got the scoop. And,
it's like, shit.
Yeah, and then he said something along the lines of, it's kind of like what you said, just in a different way, and it doesn't really...
He said, I can't answer that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Free!
He should have just said he should have said no. That way no one would have been able to see it coming.
Yeah, literally lie.
Yeah. But the other interesting portion of that interview that we talked about is that he kept mentioning how happy he is that people love Twintel, and that they spent a lot of time creating that character specifically, and that when they finally revealed Twintel to the world and they saw the reaction and it was better than they expected, it made him really happy.
I mean, the attention to detail is hard to miss.
God bless.
Yeah.
God bless.
So
Of
course. Bless the
sort
booty,
of in your face the entire time you play as her.
But we brought up last week that, Springman and Ribbon Girl does seem like a pretty easy thing to just do an alternate costume for if they're going to have Springman as a rep. But I could see them maybe even adding Twintel in as a second ARMS rep as, an interesting character. Because she doesn't have arms. She uses her hair. So they could maybe do something different with her. Yeah.
I mean, I don't really think...
that would be pretty cool, honestly.
I think the only ARMS mascot is Springman, and then anyone else is free. It's not like Ribbon Girl is
Yeah, it has to be.
Springman's Luigi or something like that.
Right.
I think it's just Springman he's the main dude, and then you could put whoever else.
Yeah, I want to bring up with ARMS too that I feel like a lot of people kind of treat that as like a failed franchise.
Oh
It
yeah.
sold like almost 1.7 million. It took Street Fighter having the arcade edition to Street Fighter 5 having an arcade edition to finally outsell it. Like for the first game on new hardware for a new fighting franchise, that's actually really good. Just because the franchise isn't Splatoon doesn't mean it's not a success.
Yeah.
Same thing with Pokken. It sold well. It's just you don't see it all the time.
What's
now.
that?
Okay.
Okay.
Rudy Tooty. Yo, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds though. For Smash.
Okay,
I think we're done now. I think we're good. We're good.
Come on, man. They got a Game of the Year nominee.
Yeah, so did Minecraft. So anyway, we're gonna talk.
What?
What do you
I
got?
guess
We're gonna talk. Get it, Aaron?
We're gonna talk. Okay.
Let's talk, guys.
Guys, let's
Talk
talk
about
Hey,
Overwatch.
Nintendo gamers, let's talk about
Stop.
some Nintendo games.
All right.
Nintendo
Hopefully it doesn't
gamers.
cut out this time. Viewer questions.
Okay.
Talk viewer questions.
We
All
doing
right.
the website?
We can do the website. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if one of you guys wants to pull them up, we could just read some of them.
Head there
I got
now.
it.
Wait, I don't know how to view the questions.
I'm already here, don't worry.
Okay.
Great, Coast. All right, then you are going to be our Vanna White, please.
Okay.
What is the first question?
Question number 1 from Ty the Guy 32. He asks, is there any character you don't want to change at all? Anyone would be okay with porting over directly from a previous Smash game, whether it be from Smash 4, Brawl, or Melee.
Fox is
Mr. Game and
perfect.
Watch.
Ooh.
Smash 4
Captain
Fox
Falcon?
is flawless.
I want Falco to stay the same.
No.
Yeah,
What's
Melee.
wrong with you?
Can we mute McDareth, please?
Please. Why do you like garbage so much?
Yeah, why do you like Falco?
You want
when
him to
he's
stay the
bad?
same? You want a side B to just completely man? What even is that?
How
How
does
does somebody-
Falco...
How does somebody coming towards you at that speed just go right through your body and not do
Yo,
any
did you
damage?
ever play Falco and Brawl or Melee?
No,
Ever?
because I hated him.
He didn't like him in those games because he was
Yeah.
good.
He only liked him in Smash 4 after Sakurai took the bat. to his
I
knee.
literally so I never played Falco. So I played Smash 4 Falco because Wolf was in there.
McDareth
He's
is
like,
muted,
this
so
kid just fine.
He's talking. I can see he's talking, but I muted him.
I can see the chat.
One of the characters.
I'm not muted, Roger.
Like I said, Game and Watch should be fine. I think Game and Watch can stay the same.
Wow,
and
he
I'd
did
be
it.
happy
Got
with
killed.
that.
Live
She
on
can
stream.
stay the same.
I want Melee Jigglypuff so that she's not trash.
No. Get these
Hey, man.
people out of here.
My Melee main.
I don't care. Melee Jigglypuff in 2018 in a new game? You're crazy.
I just want that rest, man.
I do want Jigglypuff to be better than she is in Smash 4. 'cause
Okay.
She's atrocious in
That she's
Smash
not
4.
gonna. If she's better,
But
she's
not
gonna
Melee
be stupid.
Jigglypuff.
You gotta look
Yeah.
at the design of these characters. Look at Jigglypuff's
Yeah,
design. It's
Yeah.
how can you possibly make Jigglypuff good and not super annoying the way Jigglypuff is in Smash 4 right now?
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, I mean, part of the reason Jigglypuff was so good in Melee is because she had options that other people didn't. But now that
Right.
everyone's floaty, yeah.
Actually,
Um,
another one, Mewtwo, I think could stay the same. I like
Yeah.
Mewtwo.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up
Mewtwo's
either
good.
Mewtwo or Captain Falcon.
Can we give Mewtwo his hitbox back on his charging his Shadow Ball? I don't know what happened.
That'd be nice. That'd be
Oh,
Can we
nice.
get-
that'd be good.
He'd be
You
kind
know
of
what
done
happened
with it
there?
now, though.
I would like Brawl Ganondorf.
Okay, get this man out of here.
No, I want Ganondorf to be one
Well,
of those
Ganondorf's
characters.
better
that
than
can
the,
really change.
the current one. Now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you guys know he could auto cancel in Brawl at least?
Is there, yeah.
He needs
Is there
no. They
a-
need
yeah,
to.
that's
They
right,
need to
yeah.
revamp him completely. Why is he still a
Yeah.
Captain Falcon clone in 2018?
Okay, if they
That's what I'm
revamp
saying.
Link, then please.
Ganon has to
Yeah.
be. Ganon needs to be redone
Yes.
from the ground up.
Yeah,
Well,
again.
so
Alright, I'll
Ganondorf-
take that.
I'm glad we're on the topic of Ganondorf because while you're here, Spazzy, we're going to ask you this. Based on those silhouettes from the Smash Switch trailer, do you think we are getting the Twilight Princess, regular Princess Zelda, or do you think we are getting the Champion Zelda from Breath of the Wild?
Oh, that's interesting because her dress is part of her moveset. But I mean,
She wears a dress in Breath of the Wild too.
I was about to say, yeah, she has a dress in Breath of the Wild. Yeah,
does.
the blue one. I would say that there's going to be an update. I still think that there's a chance that it's going to be more cosmetic and Link will still have most of his other tunics as alts. Because the only thing is switching arms, but I mean, from left-handed to right-handed. But like, it might just be tweaks to the moveset. I mean, most of the hitboxes can stay the same. It's just animation.
All right, are we on the topic of Zelda?
I knew
We
it.
are on
I
Zelda.
knew it.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Them leggings though.
I don't know, man. It's interesting, like, because that would be basically to revamp her so much would be like losing the moveset, but also who like it's Zelda.
Yeah, no one really.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
really
think if they were
cares.
going to revamp her and give her like the champion abilities, like Rivali's Gale and then Urbosa's Thunder and Daruk's Protection and stuff, that would be kind of neat. If her moveset reflected Breath of the Wild, that would be cool. Especially if, because I'm sure Link's will too. I'm sure Link will probably
Yeah.
have Rivali's Gale or like the arrows from the game, since they were so, you know, or maybe even like switching between different weapons. We talked about that on the first episode.
I think remote
switching
bombs
between
would
different
be-
weapons. Remote bombs.
would be cool.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of possibilities there. But
Does that mean he'll lose his hook shot, man? Because that's man, I love
nobody
hook shot.
uses that. That's fine. We can get rid
It's fun.
You can use Magnesis.
Yeah, Magnesis.
the,
I guess.
What's the next viewer question, Coast?
All right, next viewer question comes from Unearthly Monk. He says, it was a very long question, but in summary, it's: do you think with the potential newcomers coming that the CSS is going to be super cluttered and we might see something different from what we've already been getting?
I want the menus to look like Melee or Smash 64. I
Yeah,
want a darker
I'm in.
theme to the menus. And I want the menus to not be as cluttered as they were in Smash 4. I don't think they had any reason to be as cluttered as they were in that game.
Oh, you didn't like the
And,
training mode was under games and more?
Oh,
Yeah, that was
Oh,
annoying.
man. There was
I don't
There
like
was
how
an
I don't like how the menu buttons were gigantic, but they did work
Yeah.
with the touchscreen on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was an IGN podcast where the dudes, I think unironically, were saying that they heard that Sakurai was having problems in his marriage, and that's why the CSS and all of the menus
Oh
sucked.
no.
Is that a joke?
She purposely ruined
She
them.
said, "Fuck
That's
this."
tough. Damn. But yeah, Smash 4's menu system was complete garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. When you look at Brawl, right, you hit solo, and then in solo it shows classic all-star event, stadium, subspace, training. Whereas when you look at the freaking games and more, I would never click games and more. You know, I'm sorry, man. Before I rant,
Games and
man,
more
I'm
is
gonna
the
ask them-
Smash Tour is. I don't want to go to. Wait, is that there?
No, Smash Tour's on the
No,
front
Smash
page.
Tour-
Yeah,
the
yeah.
front
That's a
page.
problem. That's a problem.
Yeah, it was not up to usual Smash standards, or even up to like Kid Icarus Uprising, which I think it kind of emulated a little bit, but that was a much cleaner menu.
Who here has played Star Allies?
I raise my
Mike,
hand.
Roger. Roger's AFK right now.
Wait, Kirby Star Allies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat it in a day.
All right. So how about those menus in Smash Bros? That menu is perfect. The character selection.
All the characters walking across the screen?
Yeah.
That'd
Let's
be
do
so
it.
cool.
I mean, I
those
would
menus are perfect. Has some of the best menus in like any game. The character select screen is beautiful.
Ooh, yeah.
I actually really
But-
liked it, yeah.
yeah, but Sakurai didn't have any input in that game.
Yeah, I
so-
know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
How
I would
should
loud-
like-
also
yeah.
take
How-
guest
how
star
loud
mode
my
from
help?
that game.
guest star mode?
Yeah, if we get a new adventure mode, we should get a time trial mode for it.
Yeah, that'd be
Ooh.
cool.
Okay, quickly, just to touch on Star Allies, one thing that I really liked was I noticed that you can do a running, jumping aerial attack, which is different from you doing a stationary jumping aerial attack. I would like that to be added to Smash 5, just saying.
You said say
So
it
like
again?
a running dash attack? Or an
Yeah,
aerial
yeah,
dash
but
attack?
in the air, right?
Yeah,
Like
an
running,
aerial dash.
jumping.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
That would
Yeah,
be super
like you-
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Any
would kind
options?
of. What about like? Yeah, I guess that'd be cool, but like
Then I mean it would
like
it would-
nairs and how would
you wouldn't
do
be able
nairs
to do
and stuff?
forward air out of run.
Yeah.
Right?
No, you could do forward air, but I'm saying your nair, your regular nair, and your like stationary jumping nair would be different.
Oh.
That's
I
what
don't think I like that though.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
I was just-
if they change the game, they change the game. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of it how it'd work in Smash right now.
yeah.
'Cause, you know, I
Capcom
play
can
Fox. You know, I
do
be doing them running
field
nairs.
stop.
You know, it's all about.
I think an example would be like Fox, instead of having a running nair, he'd do something like Wolf's tumble, I guess.
Yeah,
That'd be-
maybe. I mean, as long as the moves are good.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
As long as he makes it work.
Yeah.
I just saw it in Kirby Star Allies, and I thought that was something interesting to note.
Speaking of Star Allies, that game has when you run and do a move in the air, you don't lose momentum. Can we please
Yeah.
bring that back?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Again,
yeah.
Sakurai had nothing to. But I agree.
God damn it, Sakurai. I know. No. I know Sakurai is not part of HAL or anything anymore. I'm just saying,
Bring it back.
please, because that game feels so much like Smash. It's hard not to think about it.
It's true.
All right. Well, what's the next question?
All right, next question coming from Pepper. They kind of worded it weirdly, but essentially it's how do you want the competitive environment for Switch to be like more so like Melee or like the newer Smash games?
What do you mean by the
What?
environment?
So like I think they mean more so like 3 stocks or 2 stocks like Smash 4 or like 4 stocks like Melee, like
Well, we don't know.
exactly. It's kind of hard to
When
figure
we
that
see
out.
gameplay, we'll come back to you, man.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about the engine. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would wager that mechanically this game is going to be closer to Smash 4 than any other game
Easy.
Yeah,
was.
definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, they might change like some conservation of movement in the air. Like there could be like changes that can make it more competitive, make it a little heavier, a little faster. But I think it's going to be pretty close. Like I don't think
the Smash 4 engine's pretty much perfect. It just like tweak it a bit.
Yeah,
Or like what we were talking about before the stream started with casual players is like tweak the items too. I feel like I don't want them to spend a lot of time focusing on items, but items are so much more fun to use in Brawl than Smash 4. They are like, really not fun in Smash 4.
I feel like there's so many of them, and like I feel like in Melee, if you played with items, for instance, it felt like it mattered more. Like I felt like a bomb would spawn and like kill me. Now like there's a bomb, like whatever. There's 10,000 explosives. You know.
All right.
You can just turn them off if you don't want them.
Yeah, but I mean, hypothetically, let's say there's people out there that play with items. Maybe they'd like those items to be better.
Yeah,
I mean,
play
just
with items.
saying, man.
I can't wait for them to remove item toggle. It's gonna be
No,
on
I mean
forever.
specific items you can turn off.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
if you
true.
don't want 10 explosives.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I just think that it just kind of trivializes it. Like bombs are always the one I bring up because I remember playing a lot of games back, in the early 2000s on Melee and being like just fucked because of the bomb would appear. And I don't really feel that as much in the new games for almost any item, except for the wind bellows because they're awful.
Yeah, we could just get rid of those. Actually, I'm thinking about it now. You can cut the Gus bellows.
Yeah.
There's no need for them to be there. All right, what's the next question?
All right. Next question from AJ. Kind of a simple question, but I'm going to spin it into a more broad question. They asked, what do you think about implementing aerial grabs in the new Smash? But like, we could also talk about any new mechanics that could be introduced.
I think they need some new mechanics, especially
Yeah.
since they want to take all the tech out of the damn game all the time.
Can we just remove like untechable stage spins and untechable stage spikes?
Yeah, that stuff is stupid.
I'm trying to find the exact quote, but Sakurai said something about how he was happy mechanically with where Smash 4 was, and he thinks that the things that are going to bring out kind of more veteran and competitive players and keep the game fresh are going to be characters, which is why for the DLC characters he made them so different.
I can feel that.
Yeah, I could see that too.
I still feel like he's been watching enough at this point that
Yeah.
like elevator like ladder combos are probably gone.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Please.
that's so
Yeah,
prevalent.
those
in Smash
combos are
4.
just stupid. That's my biggest problem is the Smash 4 is too linear. It's you do the same couple things over and over.
Bayonetta players just memorize button combinations. They don't even actually look at the screen.
You're
when
gonna
they hit
smash the eye.
Oh, my controller rumbled. It's time.
people.
I don't play with Rumble.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, Bayonetta players in the future.
I mean,
That's the meta.
yeah, it is
Well,
pretty.
it'd be
linear.
kind of cool if we get kind of like it's kind of iffy, but similar to Dragon Ball Fighters with auto combos.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So people at entry level can still play the game at some.
Yeah,
That's exactly what up throw up air was though.
I mean, he
Right.
kind of has that with the rapid jabs. if you
Rapid
think
jabs and
Yeah.
finish.
That is true. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite changes
Next.
ever. To be honest, fucking making the triple like If you triple jab someone with Fox and Brawler Melee, you die for it.
I mean, but Fox and Falco don't have like a finisher. They just links better, but like.
Yeah, but no, Fox kicks them away a bit.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
he has
No,
that.
what it is that's different though. It's like every multi-hit move has a final hit that pushes people away rather than being weak. But like,
Yeah, no, that's what
that's
I
what
a lot
mean.
of
saying. That's
characters
what he's
got
saying.
like gentlemen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, that's
As in, like in Melee, when you rapid jab, you just stand there. And
Yeah.
If they block it, you just die.
yeah. I was more thinking of like a lot of characters got gentlemen's on their jabs, and like those two didn't.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Next question.
It's kind of getting like a little sparse because a lot of the questions that were asked, we kind of already answered like on this episode. There was one question I forgot who asked. Let me see if I can find it really quick. But it was by Turbo Ace K. How would you guys feel about an original Smash playable character similar to Taboo, like
That'd be
being
fine.
playable?
That's
yeah,
Captain
I think
Falcon,
that'd be
though.
super cool. Yeah.
That's literally Captain Falcon.
Yeah, I'd rather them just take like other random characters, like another F-Zero character, because Sakurai will just make up new moves for that anyways.
Yeah, add Black Shadow, give him current Ganon's moveset, and change Ganon.
Hey guys, let's refocus here. Ryota Hayami waves into the frame.
Relax.
How is he gonna fight?
I mean, how does Captain Falcon fight? We never know how
Okay,
he
I
fought
guess you're
before.
right, but all right, yeah, they're gonna give
All
him.
right, we out,
Falcon
we
Punch.
out. My man's
Yeah.
gonna hit you with his wave racer with his final smash. That's,
So
that's all I know.
I remember reading that Sakurai wanted the Excite bike. If we can check that. Yes.
I mean, Sakurai isn't opposed to making racers fighters. Captain Falcon's so
Yeah.
popular that Falcon Punch it appeared in an anime.
Yeah.
Those kind of movesets, I think, will always be the best ones that would never happen otherwise outside of Smash. Like Captain Falcon never stepped out of his car until Smash 64. Those kind of movesets will always be the
Fox,
coolest.
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fox.
Dude, you know what'd be lit? The Phil Zemek. That'd be sick.
Zemek.
Reggie Fizzemek.
We Fit, I guess, would also sort of fit into that, where
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's got to be some other, like, weird fight. I do kind of think it would be cool to see a playable Taboo. I think that,
Yeah,
that
I'd be down.
would maybe be a neat thing if they brought him back for adventure mode. And then, at the end of the game, you find out, like, I don't know, the last unlockable or something is Taboo. I think it'd be kind of cool.
I mean, the Mii fighters were also kind of just like, they were generic as hell, but they were and cobbled together from other characters, but they were,
So
You
there's
don't-
something. Do you think the Miis are coming back or not?
I really
not.
hope not.
of course,
Please.
100%. Dude,
Please.
it's so easy for them to. It is so easy for them to monetize those costumes as DLC. You think they don't want that money again?
They could have just made costumes for other
That's
characters.
Get costumes for other characters.
Yeah, exactly. Make just alternate costumes for regular characters.
That seems harder than the Mii costumes.
I think just like what I said before, like the Mii's and Wii Fit Trainer just have a legacy of like the Wii era. So I don't know. It's like I see characters like that, and I don't think it's so easy just to get rid of them. Like maybe
Right.
get rid of like 3 Mii's and just make one, but I think there will be a Mii of some sort.
I'll also say that Sakurai said his reason for adding them was because he kept getting requests for characters that just couldn't work for Smash, and he wanted to give people the opportunity to play as anyone they wanted to, and that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
So.
That's bullshit. What kind of reasoning is that?
All right. Any other questions, or can we wrap this
Let me
baby up?
refresh this real quick.
Well, the dude that Adam coast word, god damn it, didn't know how to read his question, said it was misconstrued, and he was asking if we wanted the game to be fast enough for 4 stocks or keep it at a low amount of stocks.
Oh.
And he
Whoa.
plays more than 2, not 2 stocks.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah,
2.
2
I'd be
stocks
fine
is
with
kinda lame.
I'd be fine with 3.
To be
Honestly,
honest, I don't
like, if
mind
it was-
watching Smash 4
Mhm.
when people do it.
3's a happy medium, but if it's fast enough or we could actually play with 4,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed, but I think 3 is like maybe the best thing that everybody could agree on. But I do like
Yeah.
faster games, man. I want everybody to be able to approach with blocks summon people's shields, and I want
Yeah.
edge guarding to be harder, dude. Like 2 frame punishes on someone trying to grab the edge. Come on, Sakurai. Why you letting everybody come back?
Make it
No,
a
no, no,
bigger
no, no, no,
window.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I want them to not have every character be able to come back from anywhere. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a super competitive person, but like the magnet hands on the ledge are kind of
People
ridiculous.
come back.
Exactly.
From
That's what I'm saying. I don't want
crazy
people to come
places.
back. It's a 2-frame window to punish someone that before they grab it,
I
before
don't
they
think that-
magnet
I don't
hand it.
think that's too bad. You think that's bad?
Oh, just make the window a little bit more lenient.
I mean, there's only 2 options there. Be 1 frame or no frames.
No, man.
Okay, I got one more question we can throw in before we
Yeah.
end.
Let's hear it.
Sure.
From Gay Dark Pit. What new music tracks would you guys want for Smash Switch?
Okay.
I mean,
Depends on who's in the game.
That's
I-
kinda
Yeah.
crazy,
Theme
yeah.
from Sonic Forces. I need that nice soccer.
No,
remix.
that's fine. That could stay over there.
Uh,
Actually, no. Add that theme and then ruin it like the DK rap in Melee.
Oh no.
I just need tons of Xenoblade music. I need
Yeah.
music from X. I need music from Xenoblade 2. And like it's funny, a lot of the characters I want for third parties, man. Like that's like I was saying, Castlevania. I want that music. Just give me a stage.
Hopefully they'll add. If they're not gonna add Isaac in the game, at least add some more Golden Sun music because it's so good. They added the battle theme in I think it was Smash 4, right? Or was that Brawl?
Yeah.
I
Either
mean,
way.
Sega owns Atlas, and even if we don't get any sort of representation for Persona or Shin Megami Tensei, I would love to hear the Persona 5 soundtrack. In
How
Smash
about-
would be amazing?
More than 2 tracks from Final Fantasy. How about that?
That too. That would be great. Yeah,
Bravely
how would we
Default
not have
music?
One Winged Angel? That's crazy that One Winged
Is-
Angel is in the game.
Is there Bravely Default music?
I
No,
don't believe so.
I
No.
don't think
Why? That's so. That'd be such a good. I don't know.
Yeah, like before Cloud was released, all of our I remember just talking and doing like podcasts and stuff, and our thoughts were, do you think there's going to be music from other Final Fantasies and not just Final Fantasy VII? Because we never thought there'd just be 2 tracks from Final Fantasy VII.
No, yeah, it seemed illogical to think that based
Yeah,
on everything we
like-
got from everything else. We had like new remixes of Street Fighter songs
From a
so-
series known for its music.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's a little weird.
You know what Sakurai needs to stop doing too, man? Making these freaking Newport cities and Hyrule temples, because these stages are the ones that
Yes.
usually have.
So
You know what I'm saying? They usually have the pop-in tracks. So look at Gar Plains, man. They had so many good songs, and I'm
Plains
like,
is playing.
you know what I was
Damn.
thinking?
I'm not gonna be playing on these stages.
Right.
So like, if Smash introduced like more traditional moves like King of the Hill and Capture the Flag, that would make like big stages a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Because-
cool, actually. I would like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like imagine doing like Palutena's Temple, which nobody fucking plays on because it's Palutena's Temple. If you had
on.
like a
Mhm.
King of the Hill and you did 4 versus 4, then you couldn't like really camp or run away. You'd have to go and try to knock people off, which would make that stage worth playing.
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel like Sakurai is gonna try to challenge himself, and he's gonna be like, "People thought Newport City was the biggest."
Oh
Watch
god.
this."
I mean, he
Dude.
kind of did that already with the Great Cave of stages in Orbit.
It's
Is
gonna be
it?
Bridge of Elden, but like 4 times longer.
What has been? I'm trying to think if there was a game recently. I mean,
He
Is
can make a
Palutena's
giant
Temple
stage out of
bigger?
anything.
They're gonna make the entire province of Gourmet a stage.
oh god.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I'm interested in stages, man. How many stages do you guys think we're gonna see on this one?
How many were in the Wii U game?
Wii U had
50-ish?
55.
Yeah.
I'm gonna venture a guess and say 80.
Can we have
Okay,
some of the
we're
3DS stages?
Yeah.
here's-
Design of the world.
Here's the
Design
deal.
of the world.
Here's the deal. There's 55 stages on Wii U, 42 on 3DS. There's 13 shared. That means actually, if that was one game instead of split into 2, we would have had 84 stages.
There you go. There you go.
I want a
Sounds like
good
a great
Sonic
idea.
stage.
Yeah, like
Um,
God, what was that?
I know.
Sonic. What was that Sonic game?
Windy Hill.
No,
Yeah.
the one from the.
Lost World?
Yeah. I didn't.
Sonic Galaxies.
I mean, Lost World. That's what Windy Hill's from. The one that's in.
Yeah,
Smash
I
4, so
don't
it's-
like that stage at all, even casually.
No, that stage sucks.
I never even liked
Sega.
Green Hill Zone. I want a good Sonic stage.
I still,
No.
I total
Sonic
team
Forces got
Chemical
some
Plant.
good stage.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
Team
really
Chemical
would love
Plant.
Chemical Plant. Would be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be different, iconic, good music. That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
Attraction.
I don't need classic Sonic. I just need classic Sonic music. and
Yeah.
Honestly, the whole Mania soundtrack. I would love to see the entire soundtrack of Mania.
I don't
and
even
why-
need Sonic. Just put the music.
That's
Why
it,
isn't
that's it.
why isn't Tails an assist trophy? Like he could just follow you around, and if you fall, he just like you get one
Because
save.
Shadow is so cool.
It's true.
He's the edgy guy.
I forgot.
Shadow's so cool.
Like
Oh,
D1
man.
said, though, give him the gun.
There's
Wait, how about Captain Falcon use his gun?
That's what I'm saying.
He's had it on his hip for 4 games.
Let's man. He said I don't need no damn gun. I
It's
run
too
faster
slow.
than the bullets anyway.
Yeah.
And you know his dash attack. You might as well get hit by a bullet. You know what I'm saying? He about 350 pounds of muscle, shoulder tackling you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
something we need. Give Wario a real shoulder tackle.
He'd had
Right,
it. In
why'd
Brawl.
they take it away in the first place?
Wasn't well in Brawl. It wasn't even a real shoulder tackle.
Yeah,
he
it
was
wasn't.
It
doing
was
in
just.
place.
It was all you needed.
Yeah, but can we have? How about we just put some Wario Land moves in there, and not make him spin around?
Nah, I want Wario wear Wario.
That is it.
No. I'm talking about everything he does in those games. He needs to be
Wow, you
doing
want him to
inside.
pick his nose?
Yeah, that's clean.
I don't know how. Like he should have like a ground pound and stuff, but instead he spins upside down.
I don't know.
I'll
Yeah, it is
never
weird
know.
that he doesn't have a butt stop.
Yeah,
They
that's
need to
a move
redesign
that's
a lot
like
of
he's
these
like a
characters.
he's a big he kind of represents Mario spin-offs too, like Mario Party and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's such a big move in Mario Party, the hip stomp, and it's not even whatever, man, whatever, Sakurai.
Yeah. Well, I think that wraps it up for the episode then, unless there's something else you guys want to talk about.
I don't think that's it.
I think that's it too. That was pretty good. Well, real quickly then, before we go, is there anything you want to plug, Spazzy? Well, you and D1 actually, both the guests this week. So, is there anything you two want to plug in particular?
me just Source Gaming, man. Source-gaming.com or sourcegaming.info. You can find us on YouTube at Source Gaming. Follow me on Twitter at 8bit_Spazzy, and that's about it.
Right on. D1?
YouTube XD1X, Twitch. I'm actually going to be streaming Persona 5 XD1X on Twitch. And lastly, be on the lookout, I guess, for more updates if I get any in regards to Smash related stuff. If somehow it comes to me and it's not laden with NDAs on Twitter at XD1X.
Right on. Right on. And yeah, I guess for all the regulars, plug away. Now's your time. Starting with Coast. Going
You
down
guys
the
can
list.
find me everywhere at Coastword. I made a Discord the other day. You can go find it www.coastword.moe. Go right there. I've been started working on some Japan Time merch.
Your
So if
website
you
doesn't
guys-
work.
It doesn't?
Nope.
Maybe not. Just don't do the www. Just do coastword.moe.
Okay.
And
That didn't
yeah,
work.
if you
either?
guys. Okay, hold up. If you guys have any merch ideas, just tweet them at me. We'll see if we can get them done.
C for C
But,
t-shirts.
We already got C for C t-shirts on the works. So yeah. C for C.
Who's next?
Dareth?
Okay.
Dareth?
Follow me at McDareth on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. And little changes for Falco. Thank you.
Man,
Say
I'm
something
tired
about
of
Falco
this.
again, man.
If they put Falco in the game as he is right now, they might as well just.
It'd
leave him
be it'd be perfect.
They might as well delete Falco and put Rivali, man.
out. What,
Yeah.
what has Falco ever done in Smash 4 ever?
He's existed. That's all I need. Okay. Next person.
Who is
Mike?
that? Mike.
TeamJapanTime.com.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
when
we
I,
gotta do
hey,
that for
hey,
Warzone.
Mike, when I ask what has Falco done, go ahead and put some cricket noises in there
Okay.
when you edit it.
Put a roast turkey.
I mean, you say that, but hold up. There's 2 Falcos on the PGR.
He's lagging.
He's
I can't even
lying.
understand him.
Nah,
He's
2
lagging.
Falcos
How
on
you gonna
PGR.
lag and lie at the same time?
Sakura's trying to
Two
bring him
Falcons.
down to hell.
AC, and then we got another one, a notable win. There's 2
He's
Falcos.
lying.
And then I'm Rogers Base. You can find me at Rogers Base on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, and on Instagram. I'm going to be at C2E2 this upcoming weekend doing a live Japan Time panel. So I'll be giving away some Nintendo stuff and talking to you guys and answering your questions in regard to Smash Brothers. So if you are in Chicago, come see me. Come see Ricky. We'll have some special guests on the panel as well. Should be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all I need to plug. And I actually do have one other thing I want to announce, and that is that.
All right,
Hello.
cool.
You did it on purpose. I hate
See you
it.
later. God damn.
Exciting.
Is
That
it?
was hilarious.
Is that everybody?
I think
Yeah,
so.
Shofu, you're up.
What do I say every time? They're on my Twitch channel right now. Right now. You know where to find me. So, do you streaming
Dan?
right now?
Huh?
You streaming?
In an hour though.
Oh.
I'm doing actual work stuff. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I was just gonna host you.
Oh damn. Should I just go live? That's OD.
Just go live.
But I mean, it's up to you. I don't care. If you were live, I was gonna host you. It's fine.
All right.
Oh,
Let me,
so-
all right. Let the boys set up. Give me
And Zeph, you didn't plug yet. No, I'm here. Zeph, you didn't plug.
It's because
what-
you died.
I don't care. Twitch, Captain Zeph. Twitch still hasn't hit me up in a month. You might see me at Mixer now. Fuck this.
You can't say that while D1's right there.
He's not here. He's AFK.
No, I'm here.
Oh shit! I take it back.
Wait, what are you waiting for? Your partnership email or something?
Yeah, I
you
sent
need help
it in.
with something? What do you need help?
I sent that shit in on March 10th. I'm still waiting.
DM me.
I got you.
Okay.
And
Cool.
with that, since Ricky Cocaine is not joining us this week, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Babatunde, who
I
also
forgot
could not
about
join us, but was planning on joining
Babatunde.
us. And he has a very, very brief message to everyone who's watching. And that's to please, if you're a Twitch streamer, stop saying the N-word on stream. If you're not, you should not say the N-word on stream.
How about
Sorry,
you just
black.
don't say it?
You
Hey,
shouldn't
shout
say
out-
it in
shout
general.
out my boy Sadicus, man.
You shouldn't say it in general. But if you are not black in life, you should not say the N-word. This is Babatunde.
Free.
Good night.
You don't sound like Babatunde. Where's the Nigerian accent? What's wrong
Because
with
that
that
would
was
be
my-
racist. That's the whole
No,
point.
it would not.
If
All
you're
right, you do it. You do
impersonating
it,
a
Ben.
person
You do
with an
it.
accent,
You do it.
you
Go ahead.
it.
Go ahead, Shofu. You do it. Close out the show.
No.